You what?
Hey
Hey guys, how was the what?
The Tough Mudder?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what's funny?
What?
I knew you were gonna pull out.
Hold on, dude.
I had a feeling too, B.
Excuse
I had
me.
a feeling.
You know what made me feel bad for you? Is every person goes, I knew he wasn't gonna show. I was like, yeah.
You know who's to blame, right?
Who?
My 3-week-old.
You think? Pitch them on the interview, you pitch me, and then we'll talk about it.
So
I got off the phone, and then go ahead.
my girl goes, I need to talk to you.
Now remember this. You called me on Friday. Mm-hmm. Yep, Friday, the day before the race.
So my girl goes.
We've been talking about this for months.
Now I got a preemie.
Big build up.
I got a preemie at home. Got a little premature baby at home, and you're not supposed to. You got to wash your hands. You can't have them in crowds. All that stuff.
Sure.
So my girl goes, I have to talk to you. Now my girl's not an alarmist, and she says, so I was at the pediatrician, and for an hour he kept bringing it back to how the most irresponsible thing you could do is this Tough Mudder, because you're rolling in mud with 1,000 other people, and you could bring something home.
Yeah.
So I immediately go, well, I'll take a shower. Okay, I'll take a shower. Not a big deal, because, and this is the first time I'm hearing of that. Nobody tells you when you have a preemie you can't run a marathon or you can't be at a concert. Nobody says that. I've never heard that. Have you ever heard that? No. So I'm immediately skeptical. So I call my buddy Russ, who's a doctor. Call my other buddy,
Shout
who's
out
a
to Russ.
doctor.
Yeah.
And both of them go. My one buddy goes, I think it's all right. And I go, and he goes, how old is he? And I go, he's about 2 weeks. And but he's premature, and he's got a little heart monitor just to make sure. And he goes, no, you can't do that. He goes, no, you can't do that. And he says, it's not that the kid something's going to happen, but if that kid gets a fever, you bring something home, they automatically have to bring them to the hospital. So it's a law. You there's some kind of thing you put in their spine.
Did you tell your friend you're not walking the house covered in mud, or?
I did. I said, I take a shower. Now, here's the other thing.
But all these doctors are cool with you doing stand-up
Well,
every weekend?
now, here's the other thing. I talked to my girl, and I said on the way back, because I was right near at Lake Elsinore when I did that.
The
Cause
Temecula
for the
show.
Brave.
That's
Cause for
pretty
the Brave.
close, yeah.
Yeah. I drove by a sign that said Lake Elsinore. So I go all the way down to Temecula. This is the day before the race, as was planned, and I perform for 400 people in very tight quarters, veterans, cops, just great people from Temecula. Some of Joe's cousins, your lady's cousins.
Okay.
Yep. So I'm shaking hands and I'm bub slapping, I'm talking and doing all that stuff. I mean, I'm covered in the saliva and
Bacteria,
germs of 1,000 people.
Yeah.
And I call my girl and I go, she goes, how's the show? I go, I'm good, but I just got basically spit on by 400 people. So what's the difference? She goes, oh yeah. No, I didn't tell him that you did that. I didn't tell him that you performed for all those people, because he would have said you definitely can't do that either.
But you still did it.
So then, hold on, it gets better. Then
it does?
I meet a pediatrician there. Whereas my wife, he was a pro baseball player, I'm talking to him. My wife's a doctor.
Oh, at the show. Yep.
She comes and I go, and I say, can I, run the Tough Mudder? And she says, just take a shower. All right? She gives me the go ahead. She goes, I mean, they're being overly cautious. I'm not that way.
Whoever you talk to,
Right.
it's like
problem I have is if you tell my girl that and she has a baby and I say I'm going to take a chance and something does happen,
you're fucked.
not worth it to me.
But now you can still do stand-up.
Well,
So your girl picks it doesn't make
hold
sense.
on. No, I took January and February off, Bubba.
Yeah, but you're doing stand-up now.
No, I took January and February off. I'm not actually.
We did stand-up
traveling.
Thursday night.
I did do stand up Thursday night.
Your argument makes no sense in it.
I was just on a lineup with you.
Yeah, this entire story. No one's buying.
well-
I don't care either. No, I'm with you.
Well, I mean,
what I tell you, I don't
I'm
take
just telling you what the doctor
But
said.
you could, you're not though. But my thing is, one doctor told you not. Here's my thing though. I don't care, dude.
Call my lady.
No, please don't. No, please, let's move on for it.
No, because you're saying I didn't. You're saying the doctor didn't.
No,
but
no,
let's-
I'm saying no.
let's
Hold
put
on,
her- let's
no,
put her
hold
on the spot.
No,
Let's put her on the
let's not, because we don't. I'm with her. Protect your kid.
Yeah.
I'm with you.
But what are you saying? That the doctor didn't say that it
No,
was? Oh,
no one. Everyone agrees. You had a doctor tell you not to do it.
Right.
What I'm saying is, I go to that doctor and go, but he does stand up. He did this week.
Right.
He did it with Brendan on Wednesday.
Right.
That same
right,
week.
But she didn't tell him that, and I didn't know.
and
that.
I don't care.
I didn't think about.
I know.
that.
Let me hold on. But
Yeah.
you said it's your girl, not the doctor.
Right.
Your girl knows you to stand up.
I'm sorry?
Your girl knows you do stand-up.
You still do
stand-up.
Here's what was going through my head. I'll tell you.
As soon as you told me the kid, I went, B, I don't care, man.
I'll tell you exactly what was going through my head. This is exactly what was going through my head.
Running through my
I was
head,
like, I would have done
running through my
it.
head.
And now I'm at the Tough Mudder. We're taking pictures. I'm covered in mud. Just say something did happen. Just say my kid does get a fever or something.
But keep that same attitude with your stand-up. It's just as dangerous.
I'm not.
This is me talking to you about your kid.
I didn't think about that literally until on the way back when I talked to my girl. Literally.
So what are you gonna do? Cancel your dates?
I don't have any dates in February. I need basically a month.
Just to give a month?
You need 4 weeks because the kid starting today was supposed to come out of the womb. So when the child's premature and has, he had issues.
The doctors didn't know you were stand-up.
Not really. Nobody told me. Nobody said anything about that. Nobody said thing. And by the way, having said that, you can still take a shower, like the person at the show said. Well, I would take a shower.
It was a pediatrician.
Apparently, if you are rolling in mud and blood and everything else, you can still catch something, and give it to a child, give it to a baby. That's all. Because the kid doesn't have the shots.
Yeah.
So, better safe than sorry. By the way.
And then you texted me Friday and said you hurt your ankle.
Oh no!
And I was like, dude, I promise you're good.
No, I was saying, thank God I have an excuse. Because my plantar fasciitis is so bad.
Well, Jay said this, and you can vouch for this too. Like Jay was like, "I'm glad Brian didn't do it. It wouldn't have been good."
Oh, I'm telling you, dude,
that
was like my first thought.
It wouldn't have been good.
My first thought, I was like, "It's actually
you
great
would have
that
been by far the oldest guy, and you have plantar fasciitis."
Oh, dude.
I was like, it's probably better, Brian.
My Achilles. I think I would have been fucked. And I don't run.
I mean,
I tried to run it. I've been trying to run.
How long did it take me?
5 hours.
5 hours. Oof. I literally thought you did it in 2.
No, I did it in 3.
I thought you did 2 hours.
No, 2's flying.
2's crazy.
It was like right over 3.
I'm sitting here. I was like,
yeah. Well, I didn't know it was going to be.
Casey did
You guys told me it was 30 obstacles, super cold.
oh,
lot of mud.
dude.
I mean,
We never saw the sun.
and I thought it was going to be a
came out at the
2-hour
first.
race. I thought it was a 2-hour race.
At first,
If you're moving,
at first
it is.
the
Yeah,
sun. At first, the sun did come out, but after a while, just dark clouds, and you're just cold.
How about the beginning? How about the very beginning? You start. So there was 400 people signed up. In my head, I'm like, all right, 400 is gonna be dope. We're all running together. But I'm an idiot because Tough Mudder's like, no, it's 4 different heats. You're not all run together because of the opposite. You'd be waiting 45 minutes. They break up into smaller numbers so you can get through it faster. Sure. I thought we're all gonna be together. But Jay, like my crew's with me. Everyone has our Thick Mudder shirts on. We're running. I'm not maybe 2 minutes in the race. I see Jay like, I don't run a lot. And I go, yeah, and I go, hey, and there's like, fans trying to sign up for it. And I go, fellas, you just don't stop moving. Just stay with me. Don't stop moving. We get through this. And Jay's going, man, where's Chappelle at? And I go, we're 2 minutes in the race. He goes, I'm going to go get Chappelle. Starts walking.
I was wondering why he walked back.
He starts walking.
Who was this? This was
Jay. Goes back to Chappelle. We didn't see him.
Well, because he realized
we didn't see him the rest of the race.
But we had a crew with us. There was a crew of guys that were with us.
That's how it goes.
Great.
So when you start, there's going to be, like in my group, there's probably, say, 30, 40 people. We're all talking. Yeah. Then you go through the first thing. That's maybe 30 people. Yeah. And you keep going. Now it's down to 20. Yeah. Then it's down to 10. Yeah. And then all of a sudden, there's 8 of you just running. Leaving
I'm glad I didn't do it because my ego would have tried to stay with everybody, and I would have gotten hurt. I think.
Oh yeah, I think
I'd be fucked up right now.
I think 100%.
You don't like the cold, and it was. I don't. Mark
that
hypothermia. Mark's lips are going.
Oh no!
So was meatballs.
It makes me a coward. The cold.
Yeah.
It turns me. Into a
you
coward.
slide into the cold.
And I'm not even trying to fuck with you. Like at your age, like when we did, I looked at my brother. I was like, this is not for talent. Like this one
too much.
Well.
No, it'd
been hilarious content, which I was all about.
That's what I wanted to do.
I think he would have pulled off the 5K.
Well, I talked to Tough Mudder, so next time we do it, and I'll announce those soon, we're going to offer a 5K and a 15K.
Yeah, 5K be
5K
to start.
15K was me. I'm actually really proud of myself because I was like, you know how bad I wanted to fucking be like.
Once I work out my plantar fasciitis, I think I can do a 5K. I can run.
5K wouldn't be too bad, but that 9 point was.
How about it's right under 10 miles?
Right
how
under
about
10.
so you're going around like the whole lake in this other area, and we're way ahead of them. So far ahead of them. They're on the part we did like an hour ago, but we're crossing past like.
Yeah, I was like, oh,
but they were across the way, and I go, Chappelle, Jay, just cut through. You're not gonna make it. cut through. And Chappelle's like, yeah. And Jay's like, you can tell, like, yeah. And they start to go, and the fans go, no, fuck you.
All these fans
stay down there.
No.
Like, don't cheat.
Yeah.
I was like,
and the other guys that were with
I said,
us,
you heard them.
Damn.
Dude, and the other guys that were
People
with us too,
watching.
they were fans running with us too. They were like, no, we're gonna finish this. We're gonna do it. Who cares?
That's the
And I'm
thing about
sitting
this.
there
Like, it's tough, but
Yeah.
and like all the fans who were there, the 400 people,
They were
they'll
great.
tell you, it's like such an bonding experience.
Yeah.
I know.
Like the
You're
guys
just
who
helping
finished
people
with me
out.
were all friends.
Yeah.
I was nervous
so
the
much
whole
fun.
time about it because of my foot. And then when I got that excuse, I was like, that's all I need.
I would have been. I would
Think
have been
about my
scared.
hamstring.
Yeah, I would have been scared for him through the electric shock.
I was scared for Jay.
Oh,
Like
dude,
the whole time I
it
get
wouldn't
done, I'm like,
work
fuck.
out,
I-
right?
And then someone's like, man, Jay almost died on the underwater thing.
How
I'm
that
like, what?
underwater thing,
Oh my
Meatball?
God.
So
Dude,
check
it
this
was
out, B.
fine.
So you got to go. It's like a pit of mud and pink water, and you have
It's like right there.
Your whole face, this is covered in water. If you go down, the whole water's getting in your
Oh,
face,
Jesus.
and you got to crawl and it's freezing.
You
cold
gotta
water.
use the fence to,
coldest
like-
water of the day.
Yeah.
So you got to crawl through that, and apparently Jay, that's it right there.
That's it right there.
So
that's
Jay
not good.
Jay thought he could grab the fence like a UFC cage
Yeah.
and pull himself up.
Sure.
And the fence went, nah, you're too big. Kunk.
Yeah,
And
it crushed him.
Crushed him. He's underwater, and they said it looked like someone's catching like a marlin, something underwater.
Yeah. Dude, how bad
And he was
was
like,
that?
"Ah,
That
ah,"
fence was
like trying to
shaking.
push it off.
I literally thought Jay. I was like, Jay about to drown.
Fuck, dude. That's
I was
no
like,
joke.
we went over to like lift up the fence for him and shit.
Yeah,
like,
Well,
can't-
it was
because they
crazy.
were
I can't do
like
the cold.
Mike and Kyle were on ATV filming everything, and then when I got finished, I'm like, "Where the fuck is Jay and Chappelle?" And Kyle goes, "Jay almost died." I was like, "Oh my god!"
Yeah.
You guys were talking about your nipples too.
I would have
No,
struggle
just
with it. It was
Casey
just
said his
Casey.
nipples were chafing because he was running so much.
Yeah.
But
It
like
was so
you-
much fun though.
Oh, it was
had such a
a
blast.
fucking.
Well, that's the thing. I wanted
blast.
it's like a bonding.
It was
it's
actually
bonding.
a
Did you
fucking
guys go to
blast.
the food trucks and everything afterwards?
Yeah, they
Yep.
have pretty good
Yep.
food trucks and
How was
stuff.
it?
Yep. That I stuck to carnivore. My goal was to finish Tough Mudder, just do carnivore up to Tough Mudder, which was whatever 3 weeks, 4 weeks.
Yeah, they had a bunch.
I thought
then-
I'm amazed. I thought
And I thought
carbs were
I would cheat.
necessary.
And I was like, I'm going to cheat. And I got there. I'm like, I feel fine. So I just stuck with carnivore. I just ate a plain hot dog by itself.
And you don't
I ate
feel
2 beef
you don't
patties.
feel the need to
Nothing.
I mean, as in you don't break down. You
Nothing.
don't.
Yeah,
Nothing.
It was.
My
it was
energy's
I
great.
mean, yeah, like
I will say this. I will say this. Because of my hamstrings and everything I was dealing with, on the last one said mile whatever 9. I
Mile
looked
9,
at
yeah.
Mark and the rest of the guys running with me. I'll send you a picture who finished with me, Chin. I looked down. I went. I'm not even joking. I couldn't do another. If this was another mile, I wouldn't finish it.
Really?
My
It- it-
body. I was cramping in my calves, my
Now,
quads.
are you eating vegetables or only
No,
meat?
only meat. I haven't had a vegetable in weeks.
Wow.
and you didn't eat that morning.
No, not at all. I just sent you the team that finished, Jen.
Okay.
But it's just so dope. And then there's like, it was cool because the guys running me, like they were all dads, and then their wives were with them. And this one dude, his little Mexican wife, was just wrecking all of us.
Damn.
Like she would finish everything. She was nuts.
There are people that train.
There's some.
So
There's some shit I
so
struggle.
look, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
big
7,
boys in there.
8.
Yeah.
There's 8 guys who finished with me there.
Yeah,
Like,
that-
and we start off at 40. So that's my brother-in-law far back
Yeah, I
left.
see him. Who's Muscle Man up there with the great hair? Who's the
I
who's
don't
the
know who
Mexican Brendan Schaub there?
I know, right? He ran with us
body
the whole
the
time.
fuck up.
Dude, you see the guy on the
was a
far
beast.
left?
That's your better looking
no,
Mexican.
that's what-
that
that's
guy on
my
the far
boy.
left was super beast.
That's my boy
so
Alex.
He's vegan.
yeah.
And when we start to run, I go, sir, is that a All Saints leopard button up? He
It
goes,
sure is.
He goes, yeah, you bring fashion in these things. I go, well, you're my favorite person. So he does
He's wearing a button
he does
up
straight up
collar.
like he does Iron Man.
He does it all the
decathlons.
time.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
This was like.
So he
paid
had
for.
no problem. He was able
No,
to-
he's talking the whole fucking time.
Jesus Christ.
Yo, how'd you do on that? Where you had to like do the monkey bars and
Dominate. The climbing I
dominated
can
that
do. The
part?
climbing- but think
Yeah, but I
about it,
couldn't
like,
do it in the
like the
climbing.
wall sprint. Like I can't sprint, so I couldn't sprint. So I didn't sprint. I
the
do
wall sprint.
where you climb up the wall.
Oh, I
have
made
the
that.
video. Yeah,
I made
Bring
that.
that video up, Chin.
I made it up that
So,
damn
so,
thing.
so some I couldn't do. Like like if it involved sprinting or explosive movement, I would just go around. But I do push-ups while they were
yeah,
doing
that
it. And then
is that
go.
it? Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So hold on,
can't do this, yeah.
dude. So this is the wall. I have a 20-foot wall.
Yeah.
So to the right, or like most people, I'd say 99% of people have to climb up with a rope.
Right.
To the left is no rope. Now watch Chappelle here. He Sean Kemp's this thing. He should be able to dunk with 2 hands. Watch this. Watch Watch this.
You're on.
It's slippery as fuck, so you can't get footing. Look at this.
Get up there, sprint! Go!
Boom!
Yeah, look
Give me that.
And we'll get the side angle. This thing's so high. Wow.
Look at that.
Watch how crunk Chappelle is.
Wow.
Now this is at the end where there's not a lot of people.
Yeah.
But like when I was going, you're talking hundreds of thousands of people around there cheering everybody on. Like it's such
Yeah,
a team.
everybody's
It's like
cheering
such
everybody
a
on.
tribal like
Boy,
team
that's
thing.
great.
It's so dope.
You have so many people at the top that are just like, come on, you got it.
Yeah, the
you got
problem is
it.
if I
so
got
dope.
that, then what happens is my
Meatball
adrenaline
did
kicks
that
in
part.
and my feet are gonna fall off because I'm gonna do whatever I can.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. When you say this, some of those obstacles, I'm like, man, Brian.
You could have just walked around.
I don't know. I wasn't worried about the obstacles. I was worried about the running.
Yeah. It's not for you. It's just not your thing.
The problem when you say that, what you're saying is I can't do it, and then I
No.
having to do
Hey.
it.
Sure, you maybe do one. Sure. Not worry. You know what I'm saying? Like you know this, but deep down you like. I think you know.
Yeah, I
but
don't-
you just
well,
want
I
to do it
don't
because
care.
He could do
I
it.
know.
He could do the 5K.
But I'm telling you, it
I
would
want to
fuck
see
you
if I
up.
can.
You could do the 5K.
That's not a good idea.
Do 5K.
Brian, you
I
could
just-
do the 5K.
Yeah,
agree.
I think with your ego, you'd figure through it, but
Yeah,
it's
then
just
I
not
get hurt.
smart.
Yeah, I agree 100%.
You could.
But don't say it's not for me
but-
because then I get
Yeah,
mad.
but you
Now-
know.
now-
But-
now you got
but
that
I think deep
competitive
down you
edge.
know, and that's why you punked out. Anyways, but yeah, you punked out at 8 p.m. on
Don't
Friday
say
night.
I punked
No,
out.
you know, dude, it's your kid. I get it.
Hey,
And there's
don't
no
touch
shower.
Don't touch my leg
I'm so
like
sorry,
that.
dude.
I don't like being touched.
Dude, I'll tell you what though, this fucking dude, he's hilarious. They have three kids. This Mexican, his wife's I think nurse, and we're running right, and you get to a certain part, and so it says 5K to the left, 15K to the right, and they're running, and she's like, "What the fuck?" And he goes, "Oh, babe, I didn't tell you. Yeah, we're doing the 15K." She's like, "What the fuck?"
Oh,
she found
no.
out as we're
No.
moving. Yeah, she was hilarious.
Oh, that's fucking
He's like, "I knew you wouldn't come." So I signed us up for 15K.
Oh,
And
Yo,
she bodied that thing.
How'd you do during the tear gas?
So I had soldiers with me, like straight up soldiers. And I go, "Hey man, you have this, like literally like 4 soldiers with me." And I go, "You guys have dealt with tear gas before." And so tell me how to deal with it. Take short breaths if you have
Yeah.
to breathe, close your eyes. They're telling me all this shit. Like, you didn't shave, right? I'm like, "No, obviously not." Like,
'cause it'll burn.
Yeah, they're like, "So you're gonna be good." When we get there and the soldier goes, "Let me go first. I'll show you the route and tell you what I did." I'm saying it's such a team thing.
Oh, yeah,
So
there's
the
a lot of-
soldier
yeah.
goes in and he goes, I swear to God, he goes, he didn't know it wasn't tear gas. He goes, and he goes, "It's not tear gas," and just walks through and goes, "It's menthol." They say it's tear gas, it's just like
Menthol.
Yeah, menthol. He's like, "It's not."
Tastes like a menthol cigarette.
Yeah, he's like,
Ah,
this
yeah.
ain't shit." He goes, "You're fine." I was like, "Thanks, dude." Oh, dude, just
Yo, it fucked him up.
just gangster,
Dude,
I inhaled so much of it because I like walked into the wall and I was like trying to find my way out and I was starting to panic, so I just kept breathing in a lot and I couldn't breathe after it.
Really,
dude, you
I
gotta
inhaled
see
so much.
him get up that wall. The
I'd like to see it.
I
The
can-
ramp
I
wall.
can-
It's like a little.
So the way to
the
train
little
it
short
for it
king
is
got up there.
If you ran a lot, like if you ran
No,
10
but
miles,
not even that. Well,
It's not even that.
It's
Yeah.
like more mental.
It's the cold.
It's
It's
all
more
it's
mental.
all
It's
mental.
more mental.
It's the cold.
All mental.
the
It's
It's more
obstacle.
mental. I'm telling you, there's like there was a Mexican girl just like Kat. Bodied that thing, dominated.
There are no dudes that are my age there, or there are, but they do it a
There's
lot.
people.
There was one guy came with his dad.
Yeah.
And
but his dad
dad
trains a lot, right?
I don't think so.
Yeah.
I don't think. Yeah.
And that dad was so disappointed he didn't come.
Was he?
But they were religious. And I didn't know it. And he goes, "You better give Callan give him a talking on Monday for missing this, man. I came here to see you guys, and I'm running this. He could have ran this." And I go, "Yeah." I go, "Don't worry." I was joking. I was like, he texted me now and went, "Fuck you." I don't realize it's religion. He goes, "Oh, okay, have a good day." And I'm like, and then the son goes, "Sorry, man. He just, he's so religious. That really." I went, "Oh, dude, I'm so embarrassed, man." The worst part was I love Tough Mudder. I'm business Tough Mudder. I'm doing 6 of them this year. I fucking love Tough Mudder. I've always wanted to do something like this. I love Tough Mudder. I can't emphasize enough how much I hate getting electrocuted.
Oh,
We
dude,
do not
that
need it.
electric.
We do not need it. Go to that video, Chin. We do not need it,
I
dude.
don't like it.
And so I was like, because I remember last time I did it, you got to sprint and not to get shocked. I'm like, I can't sprint. And then someone around there goes, "Man, this is the moment though that everyone waits for. Like, this is the Tough Mudder moment. Like, you really should do it." I'm like, and Mark goes, "I want to do it with your hamstring." I'm like, "I feel like I have to because the film, the camera, the image."
Yeah.
And he goes, "All right, just be smart." So the guy leading the charge, this guy that like yells
Oh,
stuff.
Jesus.
Oh, that hypes you up. The guy that hypes you
Yeah,
up.
he hypes you up. He goes, all right, you guys you're a team. This thick boy team, you're going all together. Nobody separate. Okay. Watch what happens.
Watch.
Watch what happens.
Watch the video.
Nobody separate.
Electricity
Oh, what?
will fuck you up.
Watch this. This is the last obstacle.
Like, everyone's just
See me, I'm the far, and then I'm being hit. I went, fuck this.
Watch Mark. Look at Mark.
Now,
My legs are, when I say done, I'm talking not another fucking
I
mile.
can see it. Is there a way to avoid that?
No.
No, it's the last thing you
have
do.
Climb under
Nope.
it.
Nope.
No, there's no way you can avoid it.
But you can't belly crawl and,
No, no.
and miss
No,
it.
because it doesn't. That's why those haystacks
Some guy
are
went to
there.
the side. Yeah, you can't because there's so you
Because
have
the
to.
haystacks will make you. Yeah.
You can tell right there. I'm not in the best mood.
No. Nothing works. Nothing works. Now, how bad? How many times did you get shocked?
Win the can.
15.
15K.
You know what's so funny?
Next one.
I didn't get hit once. On the
That doesn't make
doctrine.
sense. Like I was talking to people.
And I'm sorry to interrupt,
but it does
if
get
you
you.
touch those wires, period.
You're
Yeah.
and you're wet, so it hurts so bad. So Jay got shocked on his right here on his
yeah.
trap, the huge bruise.
He got a bruise too.
Yeah, I did.
He got a bruise on his elbow.
You know what? I'm not doing it.
Show that short king get up that wall
Not
though.
for me.
You got that one?
Yeah, I got it.
I bet you could do it, Cap. I'm telling you, after seeing, like, I was running with like 3 Mexican girls.
Oh no,
I
I
know
think I
walls
can
are the
do it.
thing, but I'm
I
fucking telling you.
I don't have a desire to be in mud. That's the biggest thing. I don't like
Yeah.
mud.
The mud sucks.
My parents left Vietnam for a
The
reason.
mud is one thing, but the cold and the electricity.
But if we
Yeah.
did one in the summer,
That'd be fun.
and I'm telling you, this,
If it
I'm
was
telling you, I
summertime,
talk
yeah.
shit about not talk shit about Tough Mudder, but I was like, man, it really wasn't that muddy. Whoever does these, like, oh, it's not muddy. Say less. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Next one, I was like, dude, there's too much mud.
It just wouldn't stop.
So
I this morning took a shower, cleaned my ears out because I had to get a Q-tip.
nasty.
Mud, just mud in there.
It's literally fucking everywhere. It doesn't stop.
I had mud in my dick hole.
really?
What?
Yeah, man. My whole
Ooh, you're
dick was
gonna get a
muddy.
UTI.
Because I was like, nah, I'm fine. I was like fucking sliding in it.
So
When I tell you, I'm telling you, man, the experience that people get, and it's just like, it's weird. I
It's
don't know.
such
It's like a weird bonding thing. 'cause you go through some
Everyone's
shit.
so hyped.
No
Everyone's
one's
like,
negative.
No one's
will
negative.
you do 5 or 10K, or you're only going to do 50?
I only do 15. Yeah, 5's wasting my time.
You
What about 10?
gonna stay? At
They
the
don't do
15?
10. It's 5 or
No,
15.
yeah, it's either 5 or 15. They don't do. There's no in between.
15 is where you learn about yourself. 5 I could
15.
do today.
You learn a lot about
15 you
yourself.
really like. Yeah, I'm telling you, man, it's a motherfucker.
I'll
You got to
stick
push
with
through
5K.
it.
Yeah.
I'll stick with.
But for like you and Jay could easily, when I do them, like, well, I'll set up comedy the night before, then we'll do that. I'll tell you what I couldn't do. Well, in my head, I was talking.
we
to
would
Tough
have to
Mudder.
do it after a show.
And I was like, oh, what we'll do is because they go all around, like
You get hit in the
Vegas,
eye?
Texas. I'm sure Vegas, Texas. So I'm like, oh, what I'll do Tough Mudder that day. I'll do 2 shows that night. I get done with that, and I did 15-minute spots for Chris, and Chris was like, dude, you look exhausted. And I text my agent, I'm like, no comedy after Tough Mudders,
No.
dude. We'll do it the day before, and then
Yeah.
Tough Mudder, and I'm out the next day.
Right.
Like, there's no, you couldn't do 2 hours of comedy after that.
You
I
did
could've walked.
5Ks, but not.
I'm not doing 5.
hit play, Chin.
Yeah.
Watch the short king. Where you at?
Hand? Yeah, help him out.
Do you want no hands on it, Christian?
No.
Right there.
No. I was proud of him.
Come on.
Well, you guys are way behind.
Oh, nice one hand.
Look at that.
Muscle up right here. Grab the lip.
Jay was saying you had an advantage because you could go under certain stuff because you're smaller.
Oh, he had a big advantage.
Yeah, I love that pause.
Shout out to that dude Wesley right there.
Apparently,
that dude,
he's like a ninja warrior.
Oh my
expert.
God,
so he was telling them like, do
was-
this, do that. Like
he was the best. He was the best guide the whole fucking time for
Really?
us. He was, dude. I think he ran it twice.
And I was gonna
he
say,
was just,
he could have crushed, but he was trying to help you guys out.
he was helping us all out, dude. He's
so
like,
cool.
he was the best. Shout out to Wesley, man. Also a big fan of all of us. But he, like
He
every
has, like, a
obstacle, he goes,
parkour gym, right?
he goes. Here's what you got to do. You got to do this, this,
knew all
and
of
this.
it.
And he just,
Really?
he knew so much,
He gave us
dude.
a lot of footage too, which like he recorded that on his GoPro, so like he had got a lot of good footage of Chappelle and Jay.
Yeah, because
as well,
ours
so,
died
yeah.
because we,
So shout out.
took
Yeah.
us a minute.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like anything else.
That's how long it took us. The GoPros died.
I'll tell you who absolutely dominated that thing was Casey.
Casey.
He was running with us.
Wow.
I'd say about half of it, and then he was just like,
He looks strong.
I forget. Something happened where we got separated, and then he he finished first.
He's low to the
Easily.
ground, big ass, big legs.
He was just moving.
Does
Yeah.
CrossFit.
He was moving. Mark was breaking down finally. He did
was?
better the first night. No, I say not breaking down, but the cold, he was like, dude, I can't feel my hands. He was like, and
He
his
looks like
lips
he'd
were
be
shaking.
good in the cold. Like you do real well.
Yeah,
know.
it doesn't bother me at all, but he was just
right
like, the
through me.
cold, I can't feel my hands.
Like
I can't feel
yeah.
my hands.
Wow.
He kept saying that. I'm like, well, are you going to die, Mark?
Wow.
I had to take my shirt off. I was too cold. When I took my shirt off, I was better. And I
The thing
didn't
that fucked up my hammies, it was like freezing cold, run, freezing cold,
Yep.
run.
Yeah.
So you couldn't get into that pace.
Yeah.
And then literally the last mile, like I was cramping so bad, I looked at the team because if I wasn't running, everyone's down to walk. You know that mentality? Like
Yeah.
if you run, they're going to run. If you walk, they're going to walk.
Yeah.
Last mile, I was like, guys, if you want to go on, go. I can't run anymore. I can't
You had to walk.
fucking run.
But everyone's so encouraging.
My quad was cramping.
Well, you're all bruised up.
Yeah.
Oh, dude. And then I was worried about Jay dying. And then I was like, look at this picture, Chin. This is my favorite picture. I'm going to fucking frame it, put in here. I was worried about Jay dying, but then also Jay had to go with me to San Diego because we were doing the surprise guest for Delia's shows.
Right.
So I was like, if you
Well, I
don't-
talked to you guys
Well, I told
after.
Jay, I'm like, if well, I didn't tell Jay this, but I told Mark, I'm like, hey, you're gonna have to stay here and wait for Jay to finish because I can't be late for the shows.
Right.
But then Jay finished in a timely manner.
Well, I don't think he.
Michelle
ran.
Watterson
That's
did it.
right. She did.
Yep, she was
Yep.
there with her
Oh, I
husband.
love her.
Yep.
She was on a different wave.
They're in a
than us,
different
right?
heat though,
Yeah, they're
so I
different
didn't.
heat.
I just wish we could all be together,
Yeah.
man.
Josh, her husband's a great guy.
Yeah, he's
too.
great.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They probably did pretty well. They're
I'm
in pretty good
sure.
shape.
Yeah, it was so much.
I didn't think
fun,
Jay was going to do that wall at the end, that rope wall or whatever. That like 40 foot.
That-
What was the hardest besides the electricity? What was the hardest obstacle?
The hardest?
my thing
I
was
don't-
just
it's like, it's not.
It's all the same. It's,
It's
just
all the
mental.
same. Yeah, it's a lot of it.
The climbing,
There's nothing
the
that's
climbing
really.
thing's pretty dicey because it's a look at that. So
Holy
that's a
shit.
carry.
Yeah, you have to
and this
carry.
is after the mud, and because my hamstring I can't carry. So I was like, Mark, you have to carry me the whole time, and then he just carried me. Yeah, happy Mark.
That's a poster.
Yeah,
That's
Oh
a
yeah, yeah.
great
You have to
picture.
frame that.
yeah.
That's
Yeah.
a great
That's
picture.
such a fucking funny.
Look at how
picture.
fucking muddy you are.
Oh, dude.
Dude, it's the
that's-
first
that's
thing you
your
do.
face the whole time.
The barbed wire. And yeah, that's the first thing. The barbed wire.
Now,
Yeah,
are there
immediate.
showers there? How do you get
Yeah,
on?
Yep.
showers at the end.
Yep.
Shower, not great.
Dude, I used that shower.
No, I used it.
I paid
Oh, you used the other one?
The
Are
shower
they- is the
toga.
water hot
the
at least?
toga towel or
You
whatever.
know what I did? I was like, when I took it's the closest. I remember in UFC fights where I was exhausted if they go 15 minutes and you're like beat up when the adrenaline comes down, you're like so fucked up. When I got done there and then I get done, I walk back. Remember, so many heats finished before me, so there's people there. So I'm taking pictures, I'm talking, but I'm freezing, and my hand was bleeding at the time. My hammies are tight, and then finally Casey sees me like, hey, he'll be back. And he's like, dude, you gotta get in the shower. He's like, you do not look good. I was just like shaking.
Yeah,
It's
and
just
if you
so
were
bad.
shaking, you do pretty well. I don't know. I'd be.
It's just my leg, but dude, I was so over it. Dude, I left my shoes, my thick boy shorts. They're one of one thick boy shorts. I left my one of one fucking thick mutter shirt.
mutter.
I left my brace for my hamstring, my underwear. Just fucking
Just left
left
them
it
there.
on the ground. Someone's
Yeah.
taking them right now.
There you
Those
go.
shoes, $300 fucking ACG.
You left those
Nikes,
shoes?
Fuck them. Fuck 'em. I couldn't be bothered to bend down.
get
I was
it.
so tired.
Yeah.
I went, fuck it. Jay goes, we were driving. Jay goes, oh, where'd you put your shoes? I go, I just left them, man. He's like, you what? I would have took them. Like,
Were those customs?
No.
Oh, I thought they were custom made.
Fuck, dude.
You left them damn shoes.
I was.
That'll break
I was
you.
that.
It'll
out of
break you.
It didn't break me. I just want to get warm.
Yeah.
I just didn't care about
I
it.
just want to get warm.
They were all nervous that you were going to make fun of us for finishing so late.
No.
I was like,
I'm
no,
proud
you
of you
ain't
guys.
fine.
If you guys wouldn't have finished, I'd have been pissed.
Oh no, I was like, bro, I'm finishing.
That's
this
what I
shit.
said. I was like, there's no way Chappelle's not gonna let me.
No, that was just,
Oh, the girl that ran with us, that badass little Mexican girl who was crushing all of us, she her coach or something. No, she's a cheerleader.
oh really?
Yeah, years ago, same age group as you, but you had the same coach. She's like,
Really?
that's my connection, Chappelle.
Wow,
She's a beast, dude.
Well, I was too
She
far
had,
back to
she
talk
had
to her.
music on and shit.
She was killing it.
Yeah,
Fuck,
yeah,
bro. I ate shit on the. Remember the rope where you had to grab it and climb that pole or whatever?
Oh, yeah.
Ate shit.
So they
I
have
got
this
fucked
rope where
up.
you got to swing, like the water's freezing underneath. You gotta
Oh,
swing
gosh.
across and then grab on something else and make it. Fucking certain people just ate.
Oh, dude, I ate shit.
Did you do well on the monkey bar thing?
Nope.
So it goes.
Nope,
It's
did
high up.
not.
So freezing
That was
water,
fucking tough.
monkey bars into little knobs. We got to grip like this,
Yep.
and go across.
Yes.
And there's a wheel that rotates like this.
And then the wheel like moves and shit. No,
So that stuff I'm
got-
fine
yeah.
on. So I go across that. That little Mexican girl went first. She dominated. Mark gets all the way to
It's
the
that-
fucking end.
Mark
Mark
beats
gets
it?
all the way to
That's
the
not-
end.
that's not
We
easy.
all made it. Mark gets all the way to the end. I go, we're all gonna make it. And then his dismount, he fucking fell in the water.
That's
yeah, because you
that's
have
not
to like.
easy. Wait,
it's hard
so-
to swing to.
Their wheels out just
Yeah.
spin.
And so you got to hold on to it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
gotta move.
fucks you up.
That's not easy.
It's just so fun, man. When else would you do this? And like, I've never been to Lake Elsinore.
Yeah.
I've never met those people before.
Yeah.
And I'm telling you, a lot of it was just dope. Like
Well, people get
their
addicted
dads.
to Tough Mudder.
Yeah.
It
You know what?
I'm addicted. I
Now,
love it.
now that I think about it, I would do the 15K again just so I could try to at least finish better than the time I did.
I bet because you didn't start with me because you guys were behind.
Oh,
Remember I had to do like the rah speech and then I went first.
You know what's
Yeah.
so fucked up is
You can do it.
You know
with
what's
me.
really
Like,
fucked
next time
up.
you should do it with me.
Okay.
All I'm thinking about is fixing my feet.
'Cause we'll stay
and training
together.
For it.
What'd you say, Brian?
All I'm thinking about is fixing my feet and training for it because you guys are talking about
It's
it.
not Maria. You're never gonna
You
do it.
don't say that because
never
because it
done it.
is.
You've never done it. You try taking. You try
See,
taking one
you
of the.
shouldn't say that stuff. You're
how,
so
how about
stupid.
how about out there? There's a thick butter shirt. Brian's like, they got my size. I'm like, no, you
so
do. You did not earn
You
that.
can't say that.
No, dude, you'll do one eventually. You got
don't
this.
say that.
You know what's
It's
funny?
never happening.
The
You're-
week,
I know what you're doing.
the
and
week
it's-
building up
It's
to
not.
this.
It's not.
I know what you're doing. and
Yo,
it's fine.
You want to be tough? No.
I'll train for that.
Sure.
And I'll do it.
Sure.
And I'll do it.
You'll do it?
well.
You think next year, or what do you think?
Yeah, what do you-
'Cause
what do you
plantar fasciitis
thinking?
at your age, you can take
Well,
6
once I
months.
fix my plantar fasciitis,
I'm telling you, it's a I mean,
It's a blessing.
You should have still done it, but it's I'm telling you, man. We all
No,
looked at each
that
other.
wouldn't stop
We
me.
all looked at each other.
But
and
that
went,
wasn't going to stop me.
Oh, Bubba,
That's
you've
not
never
why.
had that
No, in other
flare
words,
up.
no,
You've never had
no,
that.
I mean, I would
flare
have
up
been in pain now, but
with
I'm saying
10 miles.
No, I agree.
Telling you.
What I'm saying is
You
that I
would've-
was
you would-
nervous about that, but that wasn't going to
finished
stop me
through?
from doing the
Yeah.
Tough Mudder. I was going to.
Oh, yeah, you would've finished.
I was nervous about it.
It was funny. The week
'Cause I
building
couldn't
up to
run.
it, he's all running around the studio. And here
Well, I
he's like,
couldn't run,
fucking-
man.
Oh, you know what was
run.
interesting? I spent so much time rehabbing my left one because it was so fucked. My left was all right for most of the race. It was my right one that wasn't cool.
Yeah.
Because I didn't give it any
Yep.
attention.
Yep.
So it was over.
Now you got a fatty bruise on that thing.
I got bruised both of them. 2 bruises.
And you don't have any plantar fasciitis anymore.
No.
That doesn't flare up.
So you can get rid of that?
yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah. It's just
yeah.
an
I didn't know that.
inflammation.
And if it's really bad,
Oh,
you
it's
just get a
inflammation.
shot. You can get a shot. It hurts, but
Yeah.
that takes care of it.
I mean,
It's
yeah.
a bitch, though.
Yeah, no, I was I don't know. I was just really happy that I did it. But now that I think about it, I want to do a 15K again just to get a better time.
If you just stay with, so next time it'd be you, me, and Mark, and you're in the middle.
Yeah.
And we'll just go at your
I think if
pace.
I would have finished that, because I stopped on that first, I was like, bruh, where is the first fucking obstacle? And I just stopped.
Because the first was
I
like
think if I would have
2 mile
continued
run
that,
before you get to the obstacle.
Right.
Yeah.
Jay stopped a minute in.
oh, he was walking back. I was like, what are you doing?
2 minutes in.
I'll give it to
Ah,
Jay.
it's just kinda-
But Jay was right on his gloves and shit.
Oh,
I was
yeah.
like, how'd you do on the monkey bar? He's like, put those fucking gloves on.
Yeah, he put the
And
gloves on, yeah.
fucking grip to it.
Oh, yeah.
And then his shoes, I
Bro,
talked all that shit.
when-
His shoes were perfect.
he was
The
carrying
tear,
my
the
shoes
tear
were shit.
gas.
he was carrying. He was carrying the gloves with him.
He had them in his
But
shorts.
his
damn.
calves cramped up a lot, dude.
yeah.
Well, that's
Like
the thing.
10
Yeah.
But
If
Jay,
you don't run, your calves, you know.
but Jay was like, I can't. I don't think I've ever ran 10 miles in my life.
No.
10
haven't-
miles, unless you're like.
Hey, I haven't run 3 miles in
Yeah.
20 years.
Oh,
But
that's
it's
the,
not even
that's, the
about
that's
that.
the longest thing I think I've ever done besides like sit on a plane.
I mean, 5 hours.
Yeah.
Fuck.
I literally thought you did it in 2 hours.
3.
2 hours is what the pros do. You know.
Oh, really?
I think. I mean, I don't
I
know.
think that guy finished like hour 30, but he gets paid to do it.
But Casey did what? 2 hours?
He did right under 3. And I finished like 3 and change.
So I really did 5 hours? Mm-hmm. For real?
Yeah, but it's all good, man.
Yeah.
Well, you never done
As long
it.
as you finished.
You're
Yeah.
not a runner.
You're right.
I mean,
It's not even about that. It's just about
you
finishing.
did it.
But oh yeah, and when we did the that rope thing, Jay's gloves came in handy because like all this dry mud was on my hands, and when I gripped the rope,
No,
it burned.
yeah.
Because like I was trying to grip the rope, but I had like
Dude,
dry
gloves
mud
make
on
you
me.
strong.
So it's like my hand, I felt like I had no grip anymore.
Yeah.
I felt like it was ripping my hands.
Yeah.
It was tough. But I mean, it's more mental than anything.
Yes.
More mental than anything.
Yeah, I can't wait. For
So
the
many
next one.
people would, it's not happening, but so many people.
Everybody was asking where Brian was.
They're like,
it was like the
no,
first.
everyone, I know it. I'm like, no, listen to the show on Monday as an excuse. Like, you buy it, I go, I don't, but it might make you feel better.
Everybody.
Everyone. I
so
knew
what's
it.
up with what's up with Brian? You know, where's he at? I'm like,
I couldn't do it, man.
You know what? It was before, like, you know, if you've never done it, you're being nervous because, you know, you hear about Tough Mudder.
I was nervous.
So many people were like, "Hey, man, I've been running a lot," and I go, "You have the wrong mentality. This is just about us having fun, getting through it. I don't give a fuck if it takes you 6 hours, an hour.
Yeah.
Don't worry about how much you have to run, man.
yeah, I don't think it's
not about
it's not
like
about
even
the running at all.
like the soldiers were there. They're like, dude, how? I'm like, dude, you're
How
gonna be
flat
fine.
was it? Was it flat
This
terrain?
this
That
one was all
this was
flat.
all flat. There's
That's
no
better.
hills.
and fucking
The
hill.
next
that
one,
one.
the next one, if it's gonna be in the same area I did the first one with Mark, that one's
That
all
was the
mountain.
Glen-
That one is all mountain. San
a little
Bernardino.
much.
San Bernardino.
That one's tougher. That one's tougher.
I'll skip that one.
Or do 5K.
I'll do 5K
Yeah.
on that one. I'll do 5K
Yeah.
on that one.
Yeah, I would imagine.
Yeah, I want to do it. You know what?
Tiger did that.
It
Tiger
really,
did that
it
one.
really got me hyped for like, because I don't know. That's the like I've never pushed
It's
myself that
team,
far.
but it's also like it runs you like as a team.
Yeah, like a
cheerleading.
team, yeah.
I
Like,
want
you
to see
just-
how I do with the 5K.
do the 5K with
what
me.
I'm gonna
We'll do that.
Yeah, and then I'll do I
But
don't
it
know
makes
if
me.
I'll
I
ever
don't
do
know. It
50.
also made me appreciate like fitness more than I think I've ever appreciated it before. Like I don't
Yeah.
think I took it serious, and then doing something like that, like it made me feel like, oh, I can conquer like fucking not anything, but like, you know,
You can push yourself farther. Than you
yeah.
think.
But I was like talking to those other dads and the moms there. I was like, it's just a good experience. Like
Yeah.
you would never do this if
Right.
whatever you didn't hear me talk about it. You
Fun.
never sign up for it. It's
fun.
Like, it's just a cool
A little pain is
something
good.
to talk about. Like,
Little
it's great.
pain.
It's dope.
Get a little 15K headband.
You know,
at
you
the
know they
end.
have You know they have 24-hour Tough Mudders.
Yes.
No, they don't.
They have
Yes,
24
they do.
hours.
When are we doing it?
See, don't start. I told Mark, I was like, I'd be
know, yeah,
down
you're
for
right.
that.
Don't
I'd be
start.
down for
Don't
that.
start.
24
That you
hours.
have to train for in a big way.
That's what I told him, you
That
have
has
to train.
almost be a job because you can get hurt. You know, you
he
just
goes.
end up doing dumb shit. But it's true.
I mean, you'd be all right.
No,
You'd be
There's
all
people
right.
that. There's people that do it,
24
bro.
hours.
Yeah, there's
but
people
you
that do it.
train for it.
You'd have to train more than
And
you train for
also,
this for sure.
Yeah.
also, how come?
But if you ask how come, that's with anything, right?
Yeah.
Hey, again, this stuff
Yeah.
isn't for you.
No.
guys.
It just
This
depends
proves
on
my
no. It's
point.
no. It depends on what
You
what-
do it because you
what
challenge
challenges
yourself.
Brian,
I challenge myself. I have.
Hold
other
on,
ways to
no one's
challenge.
attacking you.
No.
Chill. I'm saying the 24-hour mutter, it's not for you. That's not what you do.
I agree.
I like that stuff.
You like
I do
the
extreme
24
shit.
Just make sure you train for it. Is what I'm saying.
Yeah, I'm saying, yeah, of course.
Yeah.
But I'm saying Chappelle could do it.
It's not a 15K. That's a big.
You're right. But like,
Chappelle,
there's something
he could
about
also
that.
walk it.
Yeah. There's
don't have
something
to
about that mental, like what it does for you mentally. You're just like, oh, I just did that.
Yeah,
You know,
nuts.
like it's a weird thing, and it does. I think it's addictive.
I would say the difference
I love
between 15K and a 24-hour is
Night and day.
all the difference.
What'd you say?
I'd say it's all the difference.
But I
What?
wouldn't say, but I wouldn't say who cares. I think that shit's dope.
No. I'm saying
Yeah.
that's not my thing. That's what I was trying
Yeah.
to say. Like,
But if it's Chappelle's thing, if you Mark want to do it, I'm in.
I think
What
if-
the 24?
20, I'm in. Yeah, say less. I'm in. We just have to train for it. But I'd definitely do it.
Yeah.
Mike and Kyle might fucking fall asleep, but
I know.
they're just on ATVs with cameras.
Yeah,
the whole
they're
time.
all on the ATV, just fucking.
Oh, and then I was like, I was covering mud. I'm like, let me do a promo for Atlanta. And he's like, go. And I started dancing, and mud flies all over him. And Mike's like, fuck. We couldn't use the clip. Sorry, dude.
Oh god.
I sent Mike and his family's in town from Chicago. I sent him to Scopa. They've never
really?
been. Yeah,
That's cool.
he loved
To
it.
what?
Scopa.
Oh, you wanted to take me there.
Great place.
Yeah.
Great.
We'll go
That
there.
was our spot, man.
Yeah.
That was our spot.
We'll go.
Italian.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. You
The best-
You know
you
the
don't-
guy.
you don't
We've
drink.
never had a bad meal there.
You
Yeah.
know the guy, don't you?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I know,
Yeah,
I know
yeah.
Pablo.
Marco, yeah.
I know all. And Steve, Pablo. I know.
And they have a speakeasy. I mean, you don't
Great
drink,
guy.
but they have great like drinks.
I like a good.
Oh yeah. They
food
got
lounge,
rare.
I think the
Scotch.
best. I think also the best steak in LA.
I
Besides
would.
Catch.
The
It's
only.
up there, though.
The only place
Catch
I
to
would
me has a
say
better steak.
there are two places that have steak that are as good.
That T-bone's
is-
so nice.
The best steak I've ever had might be either Republique or Felix. Those two are stupid. But,
I thought Felix
but
was
you're
just
not.
like-
let
I
me.
thought Felix was
You know what
okay.
though? Let's put it this way: you eat a steak at Scopa, you're never
it's
going
my
to say.
favorite.
You're not
It's my
going to
favorite.
say, "Oh, I wish I was eating over
No,
here."
it's up there.
It's the
It's
best
up
ever.
there.
It's as good as it gets.
Really?
Yeah.
It's as good as it gets.
Yeah, it's up there.
It's as good as it gets.
And their
Republique.
bars are great.
That's
yeah.
a crazy place. That place, the steak there,
steak
is
and
so
freeze.
stupid.
Damn.
It's so stupid there. I don't even know what to say. But you know what? Scopa, you'll never go wrong. I never had a bad meal. They never miss. They never
pasta's
miss.
stupid.
Yeah.
yeah,
They
the
never
best.
miss.
Wait, what all did you eat after?
I ate the
smashed the
hot
burrito.
dog with the bacon wrap.
You didn't have an urge for carbs after that?
I ate the hot dog wrapped in bacon without the bun.
Yeah.
And then there's that food truck that has all the meat next to it.
Yeah, it was like the
pork.
the pork. Yeah,
yeah,
bacon,
but they had
something.
burgers, so I just asked them for 2 patties. Like that.
Oh, and okay. And they
The
just
people
gave
the people that I ran with, they were eating like there was a Mexican truck, so they had all these quesadillas and stuff.
Yeah.
Like, that's what the fuck you're gonna eat. I was like, at this point, man.
Yeah, I just smashed a breakfast burrito. That was about it.
You before or after?
After
Did you eat before?
I just had oatmeal,
Yeah.
but like I didn't feel like hungry during it.
Yeah. No.
You don't have
Like,
time to.
yeah, you don't even really think about it. Actually, they do have stations where like the first one they have like
They
a
had bars.
banana. Then they have like some
Bananas,
protein
yeah.
bars along the way, but they have water stations ever so often.
You know what they
and-
say to do is mustard
Yes,
or
that's
pickle
what they
juice.
said. Remember
Really?
that meatball?
Oh, because the
for cramps.
salt?
For cramps.
Salt.
Mustard or pickle juice. The original Gatorade was pickle juice. Wow. For electrolytes and everything for cramps, like
Really?
Yeah.
pickle juice is like a home run. And then mustard too. Mustard
They
for
said
cramps.
yeah, bring mustard
Damn.
packets.
And I
next
like
time.
mustard. So I'm
I do
down.
Yeah.
too. I love
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, I don't mind mustard.
That helps with cramps.
That's what they
Yeah,
said.
exactly what they said. I was kind of shocked by that. I was like, man, mustard, pickle juice too, though.
Yeah, pickle juice. Yeah, that's the original Gatorade.
Oh,
Relieve nighttime leg cramps.
Wow. Yellow
Essential
mustard.
for leg muscle. Yeah. The more you know.
Holy
Now,
shit.
does it have to be a yellow mustard? Can I use like a
I
brown
guess it
honey
says
mustard?
that
What are we
yellow
talking about?
mustard is the only one.
I think next time I'm gonna wear like pants though or something
For
to
your
cover my
knees?
legs. Dude, I was getting cut up.
Yeah, my knees are all.
Oh yeah. I bought
and
tights.
then when I took a shower,
That's the move.
and then when I took a shower after, it was like
Stung?
Oh my god, my knees were just burning up.
Yeah.
I was in that shower. You didn't do the shower toga, the toga towel. or
And I
whatever?
saw Michelle Watterson in there, and I didn't want to talk to anybody.
Oh, I was
didn't see-
doing
We
it.
didn't talk, and I was like, I'm gonna do the.
Have y'all seen that?
I'm gonna do the 60 days in show.
They were on a. Oh, they tagged me in it actually. It was like
showering?
yeah.
Some
I'm
guy
not
went
naked.
live on Instagram in the
Watch.
shower. I'm like, dude, come on, man.
I'll show you.
He was like, what's up? I'm like,
Where's
dude, come
Chin
on.
at?
But it's communal showers. You just get in there. It's like it's
Guys and
outdoors.
gals. It's outdoors.
Oh,
yeah,
just see.
It's warm water, but I just want no one. Everyone else was just
I'm gonna
showering
send
with
it to
their
you on
clothes
IG.
on. I was like,
Right.
fuck this.
Yeah.
I mean, I didn't get my hoggy out, but I was in my whitey.
No, yeah,
tighties.
you're not. No, watch. You'll see. It covers you up. I sent it to you on IG, Chin.
Okay. On IG.
Yeah, in your DMs.
Can you access DMs through?
I slid in your DMs.
I don't want you to see my DMs.
Oh, yeah. We don't want to see your DMs. They're probably lit.
Yeah, they're lit.
Lit as fuck.
No, yeah, like basically you put it around you. You're able to shower
Change.
like your whole body and all that stuff.
Up to your neck.
Yeah, it's
about
like a
you?
little.
Find the
Watch,
the
you'll see
number
it.
one Tough Mudder competitor.
Okay.
Male, female. I think.
Look at there I am. The best thing I've
there you go.
in my life. They could have used some lighting on me though. You know,
That's all.
perfect thing.
Oh wow, I really should have used that.
Come over here and pay to do something. Dude, it was warm as fuck. Stop playing. They were on Shark Tank.
So what is that about?
So you just put that silver thing around you?
Yep.
But how you wash your dick?
So this
water
how
gets
you wash
down
your
there?
dick. No. It has these little things you could put your hands through.
Oh.
That's how you wash your dingle.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah. Rub up on that bitch.
Huh.
I really wish
Yep.
I would have saw that.
Yeah. Meatball kept looking at me and shit. I was like, dog, what are you looking at?
Go.
You know? Why you staring?
Yeah,
We're at one world's toughest mud.
yes. Just go to see the Who Won World. No, go back, Chin.
Mm-hmm.
You see where it
What?
says suggestions tabs. Oh
It's
man.
reloading.
Oh.
Here we go.
So yes, he said 2019. Who won World's Toughest Mudder? Do you see it?
Oh, Hunter McIntyre. That's the guy I was talking to right there.
Men's podium. Trevor.
Wait, I
What's
thought
it?
it wasn't
Sponsored?
a race.
No,
No,
go back.
there's
go down,
guys who do
Chin
it.
for 2 seconds.
Where?
Just go down right there. Hunter McIntyre, men number one. Hunter McIntyre. That's the guy I was going to bring
That's
on the podcast.
2018. Hold on, go up, Chin. Go where you were. Trevor. I wish it said how fast he did it, but I don't know which one.
Let's click on
Hey,
it.
and then when it goes, what is the world's toughest mudder? Go to that for me. Click on that one. The world's toughest mudder is the most extreme, imposing, pulse-bound, heart-stopping, 24-hour course challenge on the planet. And in 2021, we're back in Nevada, taking on the river and the mountains and scorching days and the bone-chilling desert nights. November 13th.
What do you do to
November 14th.
prepare for that? Because like literally, we were just in
I don't think you
shorts
can.
and t-shirts.
I don't think
and
you can.
I would imagine
Nice
you get somebody
shoes.
who's done it and you talk to them and you train with them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
24 hours.
24
You
hours.
My
get
body
somebody
was
who's-
fucked after
You get somebody who's
3.
really.
I see why people get addicted to this though.
Yeah,
I
they're
get
fun.
it. I mean, because it's like,
Hold on, go back. Wait, let me see.
I wish it said the time. Oh, there's time.
oh, right there.
Wow, 105 miles in 24 hours.
Holy fuck.
Shit.
Are you out of
Holy
your mind?
fuck.
Nah. That's crazy.
105 miles.
I mean, can I just see what they look like?
Yeah.
Is this before like you tap out or something?
There's some right there.
That's the teams. You can scroll up, Chin.
Oh, you do it as a team.
Scroll up without the teams. That's the women. That's the guys.
All right.
They don't look like they're
101 miles. Jesus Christ.
That's fucking.
It's what they do, though.
What
You
they
know
do.
what?
It's their job.
Now I get why people do that, the Mount Everest and hike those mountains and stuff,
Yep.
and why they get a kick out of that. Because it is like it's
You
such
get addicted to the pain.
I see why they get addicted to that
Seeing
kind of
you can
stuff.
It's just a cool challenge.
Yeah, and it's like
Especially it's tough to find challenges in life. You know.
yeah,
Put you in the zone.
Yeah, it's cool. Get you out of your comfort zone.
yes,
Big time.
yeah. It's like how far can you go?
You think we can get you to do one, Chin, or
The people were asking about you, Chin.
If I literally remember, I told Brian, I told some people, I'm gonna give this a year of my own type of treatment. If it
Give it
doesn't
some
work,
time.
I'll get surgery. And once I get surgery, that's like 90%.
Did you get an epidural for your neck? You
No,
ever done that?
I'm still waiting on the
My
freaking
girl
insurance.
did that and it changed everything.
you're still waiting on what?
My
Insurance.
medical insurance sucks.
Oh, okay.
They're taking forever.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but I mean,
How's the neck feeling?
I feel like it's better.
You doing traction?
Yeah, every day.
Yeah. Are you working
That'd be
with a
good.
physical therapist?
No, my friends went there. They said it was bullshit.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But so you're just,
my friend just got surgery, and then literally the next day, his pain in his hands and the numbness went away. So I'm like, surgery's probably the way to go if this doesn't work out after a
last
year.
resort. Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't want to cut into the neck.
But I'm down to do it. I've always been down to do this kind of stuff.
you just got to fix your neck.
Yeah. And by the way, people do was Everest and other mountains. A lot of them do it for clout too, not just for the challenge. They want to tell people that they did it.
yeah,
it's clout.
yeah.
So wait, what's the Spartan?
Spartan's a little different. Less obstacles. Not as fun. More serious.
Isn't that
I
stuff
think.
that Cameron Haynes does and stuff?
Yeah, what is it?
I don't know.
And then Iron Man's like you're doing.
Ironman, different animal. We're not ready for the Ironman.
What is that?
Ironman is if you did the
Racing,
half
biking.
If you did, yeah, it's a mile.
Like
and
a
half.
triathlon?
So the half one, the guy was telling me your boy who's vegan, he does.
Yeah,
this.
yeah.
And I was like, man, I'd love to try one. He goes, yeah, the only thing you need to work on is swimming. It's a mile and a half swim.
Mile and a half swim?
Yep. I think a 20-mile run and then a 50-mile bike. You know?
Yeah, I'm not ready.
But everyone I know says the Spartan's not as fun. Like everyone says the Tough Mudder, like for fun and like value, do the Tough Mudders.
So there's probably not as many.
Spartan's a little more serious.
Yeah, I
but
don't
Spartan's
know.
more, I think, the time and everything like that.
Got it.
Yeah. Yeah, like I'm not trying to run a fucking stadium. That wouldn't be fun.
Hey, literally, there's anybody like every body type out there doing the fucking Tough Mudder.
I had one big girl right there, a big girl. She goes, my only goal is to beat you. I was like, all right. Yeah, I'm big girl. Big girl.
I'm telling you, there were
Big
people out there that
Finished maybe 10 minutes behind.
that
me.
were killing me.
Not bad.
I'm talking about like,
Oh, yeah.
you know,
All different types. That's what I'm saying.
all different.
Anybody
body
could
types.
do it.
Anybody. Ooh, my man.
Work on that foot.
Except for me. I don't like the way you guys are talking about it.
We hurt your feelings.
Yeah, it makes me angry.
Listen, listen.
It makes me mad.
Be with me on
problem
the
is I gotta
5K.
calm down because otherwise, because I
You
can't.
just gotta
let
get
my
your foot
ego-
better and then you can decide.
Nah, because then I'm just gonna train for it. But I don't want to do it for the wrong reason.
How would you train for it though?
Like,
Because there's not really much training you can do.
I just worry about
The
running.
running would help.
the
No,
running,
for
the
me,
running.
than
I
that.
swear to God, it's
You
not
just
the,
lift weights and run.
I don't know if it's my wind I'm worried about. It's my
The wind is not even a thing because I was worried about that too.
You stop and stuff like that.
Yeah, the wind is
Yeah.
the wind isn't the thing. It's just
Yeah,
you know.
just fucking myself.
I think either way, it's gonna be tough. You know, no matter, even if you train or not. It's
Yeah,
just
if you
just a
train,
lot
yeah.
of shit.
Because when we were running the 2 miles in the morning and stuff like at zoo,
Yeah.
like, yeah, we were doing that, you know. But at the same time, I'm like, I don't know how much that did, you know. I mean, it gets you.
I would imagine
moving.
you would do like you could do obstacles in between. You'd run, then you'd do like almost like a CrossFit thing, but a long time. I don't know. Pull-ups in between, kettlebells, you know, all that shit. I guess if you want to take it that
generally being
seriously.
in shape,
But part of
yeah.
what's good is like not knowing and then
Yeah,
doing
that's
it.
the best. And you don't know. That's
Yeah.
what's dope. But yeah, that would get you ready.
I guess you could really train for it, but the whole fun seems like that it was really hard. And you guys,
Yeah.
weren't.
Those fans were so fucking cool.
yeah, they're great.
They were like the greatest.
Yeah, it was fun.
They made it like all the fucking while. They,
The,
like,
the,
it
the
was-
whole point is to not, like, it was very hard. It's almost like when you're singing happy birthday and there's that one person that decides to take that time to show off their voice.
Yeah.
It's like you could train for it, I guess, and really beat everybody. Okay.
Yeah.
It's kind of not the point.
I would just say, Brian, next time let's just do a 5K together.
Yeah, that's right. I'll start very slow.
Yeah.
5K.
Hey, B, this dirty bird is headed south, buddy, with the thick birds. The
dirty bird.
Thick.
Mud in your ear?
Thick, dirty birds.
Mud in your ears
Are
and
headed
mud
to
in your
Atlanta,
dick hole.
Georgia this Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Punchline, Atlanta, Georgia. Come get some. We're almost sold out. Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Atlanta, Europe. Then February 9th, that's next Wednesday, one show, Hollywood Improv, Schaub and Friends. That bad boy's going to sell out. It's going to be our 4th consecutive sellout. Schaub and Friends is next Wednesday, February 9th. Sacramento, California is February 24th through the 26th. Then just announced Nashville, Tennessee, Zanies, March 10th through the 12th. Get your tickets at fatkz.com or thickboy.com.
February 17th, I got the American Comedy Club. Come check it out. One show, maybe 2 shows that day. That's a Thursday, I think. Then I got Sam Tripoli, the great Sam Tripoli from our podcast, Conspiracy Social Club, which you can get on Rockfin or any Monday, anywhere you get podcasts for reruns. We're doing a live podcast where we are going to debate a conspiracy, essentially. And then we're going to the second show is stand-up. I'm going to do stand-up. Sam's going to do stand-up, and it's going to be great. So February 19th, Diversion Amusements, T5KZ for tickets or BrianCallen.com for tickets. Then Appleton, Wisconsin, Skyline Comedy Club, March 3rd to 5th. Louisville, Kentucky, March 17th, 19th. Miami, Florida, Miami Improv, 25th to the 27th of March. Come get some.
Oh, man, Super Bowl Sunday is coming up, man. In honor of the big game, DraftKings Sportsbook, the official sports betting partner of the Super Bowl 56, is giving new customers 56-1 odds on either team. Bet just $5 and get $280 in free bets if your team wins. DraftKings Sportsbook is now live in New York. That's a big deal. Live in New York, meaning you can bet from almost a third of the country. Congrats to DraftKings getting to New York, man. That's big. If Sportsbook isn't in your state yet, play DraftKings Daily Fantasy Football Contest for Super Bowl 56.
I want $1 million.
All right, dude. New customers can get a free shot at $1 million top prize with their first deposit. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app now. Use promo code FIGHTER. Get 56-1 odds on either team, the Rams or the Bengals. Bet just $5 and get $280 in free bets if your team wins. That's promo code FIGHTER at DraftKings Sportsbook, the official sports betting partner of the Super Bowl 56.
21 plus minimum age and location requirements for vary by jurisdiction. See DraftKings.com/sportsbook for full list of requirements and state-specific responsible gaming resources. Avoid where prohibited. Gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER. In Tennessee, call or text the TN Red Line 1-800-889-9789. In Connecticut, call 888-789-7777 or visit ccpg.org/chat. In New York, call 877-8-HOPNY or text HOPNY 467-369.
If you're still listening, that's DraftKings. Download the app, promo code FIGHTER.
Grubhub. Look,
Dude, you want food in 30
want
minutes
food,
or
dude.
less?
I want it brought to me, man.
Dude, whatever you
I have a
want.
craving. I need late
Whatever you
night
want,
food.
dude. Listen, if you're busy, you got a family,
Yeah, I'm
you're
busy.
working, you got meetings.
Training for Tough Mudders.
Sure, that you're not
never
going to show
gonna
up to. Yeah, listen,
Yeah.
man. All you got to know is our friends at Grubhub will deliver your food, all right? The Grubhub sponsors this Fire and the Kid, man. And whatever you need, grocery essentials, you need paper towels, just a late night snack. Why not?
So,
All right?
if you're watching like your favorite like crime category, whatever it's like, or you're watching your favorite TV
Maybe
show.
on Dexter season 7,
Yeah.
you wanted a
You're binging,
ice cream
you're
cone
binging,
with
you wanna
extra
eat.
caramel.
Yes.
Yes, they will do it, man. Order your convenience items through Grubhub app or online. Grubhub, we gotcha.
5K.
Did you watch my boy Cooper Kupp this weekend?
Yes, I did.
How good is he? First time?
Dude,
Put him on the map. Now you're paying attention to him.
I'm paying attention.
Oh yeah.
He's fast.
Yeah.
But here's the intangible about him. I think he broke some record, right? He's got like 100 yards in 13 games or something crazy, or how many games?
He's got over 100 yards in like, I forget
8
what it
games
is.
or some crazy shit.
Yeah.
I don't. It's the most ever, I think.
I don't know if it's the most, but
There was some stat that they
he
said
broke all the
most ever.
records except for most, I think, receiving yards in the season. He broke most catches, touchdowns.
But so when you look at a guy like that, he's not taller than everybody.
Rams Cooper Kupp broke the
he's not
25-year-old Michael Irvin record with Big Night.
Damn.
Okay, so there you go. But what I'm saying is that what is that intangible? Is it the routes he runs? What the fuck is it? I mean, he's fast, he's all that, but a lot of guys are that. So what is it? What makes him so good? He just gets open.
What is this? Triple Crown winner. So the Rams receiver captured the Triple Crown, becoming the first player since 2005 to lead the NFL in receptions,
Damn.
receiving yards, and receiving touchdowns.
Damn.
And
Wait, this is your team, right?
Yeah.
You're a Rams
The Broncos
fan. Yeah.
are, but in LA, Rams are my team.
Oh, okay.
I mean, it's just nuts. It's fucking nuts.
But it's you just don't know why. He's just open and he catches the ball.
Smart, his IQ for the game. Yeah, and then yards after catch. He led the league in yards after catch. He's a monster.
He runs punts back too sometimes.
Oh, yeah. Kick returner, punt returner, monster.
Unbelievable.
Small white guy, Eastern Washington.
Who you got?
What's dope, Rams? What's dope is though, his wife, when he was at Eastern Washington, she took on. I don't know if she dropped out, but she took on a full-time job to pay for all their stuff so he can continue to play football.
Wow.
Because he
really
and pay for all this shit.
Woo!
Because they believed in him so much. Think if you had a white receiver from Eastern Washington, he's like, I'm really the NFL, man. I need you to invest in me. I'd be like,
Great white
hard
hope.
pass, but hard pass. Are you a black guy from Miami?
Until
You're not?
1,000 things
Hard
go
pass.
wrong anyway. You get injured, 1,000 things
How
go
dope
wrong.
is that?
Yeah.
She invested in her man.
You watch
Now they
that.
got
You watch that
kiddos,
Hard
now he's
Knocks,
the
and you
best
see
player.
how difficult it is. You watch Hard Knocks, you see how many guys that are so good just don't make it.
Mm-hmm.
They just don't make it for 1,000 X factors, like a couple intangibles. Then you get a guy like that stands out like that.
White Mike is excited, man.
He should be.
He's going off.
Yeah, the Bengals finally
Yeah.
in it.
Now, will he get more attention now if he wins the Super Bowl? Maybe.
No, I don't think
He's
so.
kind of the
You don't
invisible
fit their
man.
narrative. Yeah. Yeah, I don't think so.
On
Yeah, but
fucking-
that's who I want. Cincy versus Rams. It's gonna be
Yeah,
sick.
that's gonna be a good game.
you got the
I-
Rams.
I
You got
love-
the Rams.
yeah.
Yeah, are you gonna go?
No, I might be working a thing for it.
Oh, got it.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I love Joe Burrow.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Joe.
quarterback,
Joe-
yeah.
But with the Rams, I think, and tell me if this is correct. I think that the 49ers offensive line just got too tired to hold Aaron Donald. And
I don't know.
and
It's
the rest.
that. I just think it's like Jimmy Garoppolo. I like him. Everyone wants to shit on him. I think because he's handsome, people shit on him.
But he's good.
But he kind of he fucked up towards the end there. It's tough.
Was that the play calling though?
No, I
Right.
mean they can only do so much. It's in
Right.
the player's hands.
But I did feel like
They're also really
but
good.
I felt they broke that line so quickly. Those guys were coming. When those guys are in your face,
It's also
that
Von
quickly,
Miller and fucking
fuck.
Aaron Donald.
I mean, the best. The best. Von Miller, both those guys who understand the game.
I mean, even though I'm a Rams fan, I want Cooper Kupp, the guy, to get a ring, but just something about Cincinnati.
Something about Cincinnati.
Joe Burrow's so gangster.
Right.
He had on this big diamond necklace that someone clearly.
Yeah.
And they were like, "Oh, are those real diamonds?" He goes, "Excuse me." I love his arrogance. I love how cocky he is
Handsome
because he
guy.
backs it up.
Yeah.
He's all right looking.
You're talking about the kid.
He looks
the
like
kid
Home
with
Alone.
Oh no, yeah, I'm talking.
He looks
no,
like-
I
he
was
looks
thinking,
like
I was
Home
thinking about
Alone.
the guy from. Sorry, I was thinking about the guy from who lost to Cincy.
Christian,
No.
the picture I
Oh,
showed.
No,
Patrick
that guy,
Mahomes.
that kid, he's good looking.
That's,
kid.
he's all right.
DMG.
He's
That's
all
what I'm
right.
talking about.
Yeah, he's all right.
Very
they
cocky.
put him next to your brother.
Very cocky.
He's just confident, and they go, "Are those real diamonds in your chain?" He goes, "Excuse me." He goes, "Those real diamonds." He goes, "I make too much money for these to be fake." Next question.
Yeah, he before he came in the league, he made headlines for saying something. Super
LSU. Yeah, he's talking shit to Alabama.
Is that what it was?
He's a monster.
Yeah.
Monster.
He's,
Look at this picture
but he's a
someone made.
stud, man.
Look at this picture.
And the Cincinnati, they've been good for fucking forever.
Look at that.
Oh, look at that.
That's Gianni next to it.
That's hilarious.
Who is that? Who is that?
That's Gianni on that show.
Who's
Pal,
That's Christian's brother.
Christian's brother. Yeah. The black community made that for him.
Oh, it's so fun. Yeah, but yeah, he's happy with himself.
Yeah, I love Joe Burrow. I fucking love Cooper. I heard his fucking. I was like, all right, I'm gonna get, if he wins them this game, which he did, I was like, I'm gonna get a jersey. So I go online, buy the black Super Bowl jersey. Then fucking I get a notice today. Expect to arrive February 28th. I'm like, suck my
what?
dick, man.
The energy's gone after that.
No. I
Yeah.
had to wear it for the goddamn thing.
The thrill is gone.
Yeah, that game's gonna be nutsos out here though.
Yeah.
You got money on the Rams?
I don't know, man.
That defense is tough.
White Mike won't put a bet on it.
with Aaron Donald and fucking and Von Miller.
Yeah, they make mistakes. I think it's gonna be a good game though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I'm quietly rooting for Cincy. Just be a dope story.
Yeah.
They've sucked for so long.
Yeah,
and they,
so long.
and they need it, man. They need it.
Yeah.
This would be the best thing for White Mike if they fucking pull.
He's
this
the
off.
first one I text when they win. go,
I know. He
"Holy
told me.
shit,
Yeah,
dude,
he told me you text or whatever.
He's the only,
his Instagram is lit right now.
he's the only
Mark.
Bengals fan I know.
Yeah, I know.
Any Bengals fans.
You should see his IG right now.
crunk.
He's in Bengals out. Go to Turner Comedy on IG. Turner.
I don't know any other.
Right
fucking
there, right
Bengals.
at the
I
top.
don't know
one.
anybody who fucks with the Bengals.
Oh,
They've been
he
terrible.
fucks with the Bengals. Look at him.
That's fucking awesome.
He is fucking all about it, dog. He is diehard. His stories are lit. He just.
The same person goes, "You're the only Bengals fan I know." Congrats.
Someone said that.
Could he look like any more like a football fan? Your classic.
Oh, he's
football
your
fan?
classic football fan.
You're the only Bengals fan I know. Rooting for you. It's so
I
true.
love those tiger ears.
Oh gosh,
That's so funny.
his shit is lit. Good for him though. He needed this. Yeah.
Yep. All right, Jim. What do you got?
Let me see.
Sure, you got Rogan's thing first one.
We could do that first, yeah.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Now, see, it says Joe Rogan apologized. See, I didn't take this as an apology.
He didn't
Did you?
apologize.
It's not an apology. I
No.
think that's giving.
I
us
mean, he
an-
did. He apologized. He said, "If I pissed you off, I'm sorry."
That's all
Yeah,
he
but-
said.
yeah.
But
But
that's
I don't really. I
It's not an apology.
Yeah. To me, it was more of an update from his perspective, not an apology.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think- yeah.
I think what he did. I talked to him before he put this out the day before, and it's like he said he didn't know, he didn't plan for this podcast to be the biggest thing in the world. He didn't know he was going to get 50 million downloads.
Yeah.
When he interviewed somebody. Okay. He is a guy. Like I've always said, there are two things that make him really successful. One is he's just interested in finding out what the truth is.
Yes.
And two, he uses the word wow more than anybody. Because he's learning with the fucking audience. He's never tired of learning, right? But he just he
loves the dialogue.
When he opened up and said there are certain things if you had said certain things before this pandemic, you would have been banned from most social media platforms.
Yes.
All of those things now are accepted as fact and science. The men that he interviewed had been saying that. So he was interested in what else they had to say.
What else they had to
Since
say.
they had been right in the beginning about those things, he wanted to have a fucking conversation.
Yeah, my thing is that the hate that Rogan gets and all this backlash and these people talking about get him off Spotify. I think we need to decide what's misinformation. If
Right.
misinformation can't just be a different perspective of what the major media is telling you, because then the term misinformation doesn't work there. It's just a different narrative of what the major media is
I think
telling
there's
you.
a lot of
and that's why they want
misinformation.
to try and shut down Rogan. And I'll tell you right now, for that fucking soy boy Prince Harry and his wife, yeah,
First of all, they're not relevant.
We're gonna
Who cares?
back off too, sir. Your show, they gave you $25 million. You don't. What do you mean you're gonna pull your show? You have no show.
Oh, I didn't know he had
Also,
a show.
what? Yeah, he's like, we're gonna back out too. Cool, dude. No one gives a shit.
They
also,
weren't as strong about it.
But
I
also,
think.
what perspective do you have? There couldn't be a bigger pussy on this earth, dude. You were
didn't know they had a
you were
show.
spooned because it hasn't started. You were spoon fed from day fucking one. You went on Oprah and cried about your family. What are you talking about? Oh yeah, the royal family held earnings from us. It was tough to make a living. And his mom, meanwhile, he has $15 million. What are you talking about? You don't need a podcast.
Correct.
What perspective do you have?
Correct.
What you and your wife? What the fuck are you guys going to talk about that any of us are going to relate
I
to?
couldn't agree more.
Get the fuck out of here. I don't care about your opinion on anything. I have nothing. You have no life experience. Neither does your wife.
I agree.
You guys have nothing to offer. Why Spotify's? They don't make a lot of stupid deals. That's the stupidest fucking deal I've ever heard of. What perspective are you going to give us? You've been spoon-fed your entire life, and are you going to pull what show? A show you don't have that hasn't even aired?
Right.
What are you talking about?
Well, I couldn't agree more. And I also think that there's a huge difference between spreading disinformation or misinformation or malinformation, which is to say things like vaccines are going to kill you or Fauci invented the COVID virus. There are a lot of things you can say that are out there and they're irresponsible and they're
For
bad.
sure.
There's a lot of bad things going on. I think having a conversation with someone, once again, I'm gonna parrot him, who is published more on vaccines than anybody on the planet.
Yeah.
I'm interested in that perspective.
Interested in
now,
what
it
that
doesn't
person has
mean
to
he's
say.
necessarily right. It doesn't mean that there aren't things, but
it doesn't hurt to hear the conversation.
If somebody tells me that there's shenanigans going on with a pharmaceutical company, or that we might be approaching this pandemic the wrong way, or there might be a smarter way to approach this pandemic, I'm listening. That doesn't mean I support misinformation, malinformation.
But hold on.
I want to hear from, I want to hear from
listen.
fucking
Regardless,
experts.
but tell me this.
Yeah.
Who's responsible for more deaths during the COVID period from misinformation? Rogan or CNN major outlets? How much shit did they get wrong? Well, from the incubators to the ventilation machines to all this shit.
Look,
when you talk about deaths to deaths, let's go from Rogan to the major media outlets that are going after Rogan. Who's responsible for more deaths? Not even fucking close. Tally it up.
Yeah, I mean, look, I go
Again,
back
what's
to
your term
saying-
of misinformation?
I think that
And
people,
I'm not even discrediting them, like,
No, I hear
because
you.
we thought ventilators were the way to
Yeah.
go. We thought this stuff was the way to go. Turns out it's not. They thought cloth masks were the way to go.
Yeah.
They thought all this stuff.
it's we're a work in progress. We're learning.
But
we're learning.
that would be considered misinformation according to them that they're going Rogan after. So
I
it's like
think-
you got to choose a side.
Like he said, I think if you had said, yes, there were a lot of things that you could have said that would have deplatformed you that are now accepted as science. We were learning this as we went along. And I think that the people that are criticizing Rogan, I would suggest, are probably people that actually haven't listened to him.
Agree.
They've not listened to the conversations. What they've done is heard sound bites and heard what other people are saying about him. And there's a conception of Rogan that he's a meathead, he's a bro, he hunts and all that stuff. Well, what he is, first and foremost, is a very curious person who's truly interested.
Yeah, but who cares if he hunts and lives? So what
I'm saying is that
you
there's
got to
a-
be Anderson
there's a-
Cooper?
what I'm
They
saying
all
is
got to be
there's
soy
There's
boys?
a prejudice to it. There's a prejudice to it.
But
what I'm trying to say is,
but there is because also like that prejudice, whatever. Look at Anderson Cooper's number. Pick anybody you want compared to your quote unquote meatheads numbers.
Right.
And who is the nation deciding they're going to listen to?
keep in mind, he also had Sanjay Gupta on.
Yeah.
He also had a lot of people that are
He did.
mainstream scientists. And what I thought was interesting about the Sanjay Gupta thing was that Gupta doesn't have a lot of the information. What did Gupta
No,
say?
he had nothing.
He said
He actually had to
said I don't
back
know.
up.
He said I
Yeah.
find myself saying I don't know a lot. I'm with you, man. I get it. So are all of us. It's
And that's fair.
But also, why does
Rogan?
Rogan?
Be a last
but,
question.
but also, why does Rogan have those people on? Because they have no other outlet. Also, if I'm CNN or Fox News, you should have those people on because clearly people are interested in hearing these other opinions.
You think?
Whether you think it's misinformation or not, clearly.
What I think
he's fucking 10 times the audience that you have.
so what I think is
because there's no other outlets for these guys.
Yeah, so what I think is misinformation, what I think does more damage, if you want to talk about misinformation, and if you want to get into it and malinformation, and let's just talk about the mainstream media for a second. The mainstream media, please don't tell me that they're interested in only information. Please don't tell me that.
No, it's
They're interested
agendas and clickbait. There's agendas with all of it.
That's right. And there are a lot of things. So explain to me why, when you talk about the homeless situation, for the longest time with the mainstream media, and I'm talking mostly the liberal media, but for the longest time, if you mention homelessness, and that includes people in power right now, like Gavin Newsom's administration, although it's changing a little bit, up until about 15 minutes ago, if you said that homelessness wasn't about housing and inequality, the narrative was it's about housing shortages and inequality. They weren't interested in hearing the fact that it was actually a mental health crisis, that it was a drug crisis, that the opioid pandemic, which came about because of a pharmaceutical company called Purdue that bought off the FDA. Don't be mad at people. Don't be mad at Americans for being very skeptical of the FDA.
But also
After that
remember,
opioid
Rogan has
crisis,
no
that was-
private funding.
Correct.
Pfizer's not paying his bill like they are CNN.
Correct.
Moderna's not paying his bill. Johnson Johnson's not paying his bill.
So on that point, I don't know if you can look up how many people died from OxyContin, but if you watch Dope Sick, or if you read Dope Sick, or if you read Empire of Pain, the Sackler.
Well, OxyContin or fentanyl. Go ahead.
Yeah, the
It just
Sacklers-
passed number one. Most
Right. The
things that
Sacklers
go
bought off the
number one.
FDA, and they got people to start taking this, and they said this is not an addictive substance, and it brought up the worst opioid. We're still paying for this, and that was a pharmaceutical company. So Americans are skeptical. So
Yeah,
at least
one
let's
should.
be honest. Let's be honest. We're not being honest. Rogan ain't the problem. It's not the problem. If Neil Young and Joni Mitchell, they should probably, I would imagine, train their sites elsewhere. There's a lot of misinformation out there. I don't think that it does.
To put it all on Rogan, that's kind of crazy.
How about this? All right, you want to get into it? I don't think it does communities of color any service to say that the only reason people, communities of color in some states and some places, the only reason that there isn't any upward mobility is racism. It could also have to do with cultural practices in some cases. Ghetto culture isn't exactly conducive in the 21st century but if you were to say the ethnic Chinese versus a group that's not as upwardly mobile, and you were to compare it, you'll never hear that done ever in mainstream media.
Well, also,
It's
just
considered racist.
speaking of mainstream media, look at what's going on in Canada. Have you seen this? 50,000 truck drivers have shut the country down and go, we're not moving till you release the mandates. Do you know what their prime minister did? Oh, he's in hiding.
I know.
He just went into hiding.
He also said that if you're against here's the other thing. He also said that the people that are against vaccines, and you can look this up, who are skeptical of vaccines or who are afraid of vaccines or who don't necessarily want to take a vaccine or don't like vaccine mandates. I'm pro-vaccine. Mm-hmm. I believe in vaccines. Let me just say that very clearly. And I dare to say that Rogan is too. But if you have questions or you're afraid of something, he said essentially that you are racist and misogynist.
Look on that CNN one where it says he has sharp words, Trudeau. So they're shutting. So if they don't work, that country's screwed. Your transportation, how you get goods in and out of Canada.
But all of them, he says, all of them aren't Canadians. You know, they're basically they have unacceptable views. He said these people have
Scroll down,
unacceptable
Chin. Where's his
views.
quote out there? Canadians were shocked and frankly disgusted by the behavior displayed. 50,000 people, though, by people protesting our nation's capital. I want to be very clear. We're not intimidated by those who hurl insults and abuse at small business workers, steal food from the homeless, won't give in to those who fly racist flags, won't cave to those who engage in vandalism. No, they're not doing anything. It's just truck
But
drivers.
he's calling them racist. So here's a good example. If you want to talk about misinformation and you can't see the other side and you can't see that people might be over these shutdowns because they're doing more damage than otherwise.
Well,
if that's your narrative and somebody in power calls you a fucking racist
because you don't agree with the
that is
mandate,
So don't tell me about misinformation.
That's
You're
How does he know
you're
they're
not being
racist?
honest.
They're doing what the left did during the protests. Remember, the right was like, "Oh, they're looting, they're doing this," and the left's like, "No, they're safe." And now it doesn't work for their agenda. And they're like, "Well, they're all criminals and they're stealing." I'm sure some are. But the majority aren't.
There are certain things that are timing, right? So if you were to say during the BLM protests, it was a very emotional time. George Floyd, that was totally unacceptable. And it was a very emotional time. And maybe long overdue. I don't know. Maybe those protests had something to say. People say, well, BML guys are this and that. And the other. No. There was a legit, sort of frustration that came to the surface. All right, all good. But there's a timing thing, right? You don't want to be a journalist and say, hey, by the way, all you guys who are protesting with BLM, you're also spreading COVID. Probably some cases happen as a result of that because everybody's together. Probably not the best timing. There's a certain thing called journalistic tack, and you want to find your way of when you say that. But overall, like to Brendan's point, and what I'm saying is that if you're going to criticize Rogan, let's start with all the mistakes that the mainstream media made.
I need a clear definition on what misinformation
I'm not a fan of Trump's. I never have been. But that Russian collusion thing, that was 2 years. And that was a fucking nothing.
And how much did it cost us?
Oh, a fuckload.
Billions.
So before you start talking about conspiracy theories and misinformation, you gotta clean your own house up first. Yep. And that's why a lot of Americans cry bullshit. Yep. And when Rogan has credible scientists that work with our government, that are the ones that developed the vaccine, it's okay to hear from them, especially when in some cases and in some of their predictions, they were correct. And he was interested.
But also, those guys have no other outlet.
Yeah.
YouTube pulled them down. Twitter took them off. They also
aren't making money on this.
They're not making money from Pfizer.
They're not making money.
Moderna.
Right.
Yep.
So sometimes you want to hear from a scientist that might be a little off, but Malone might be wrong. McCulloch might be wrong.
Yeah.
In some ways, but they've been right in a lot of other ways.
Senja or whatever the fuck, was he right on everything?
No.
Do we rape him over the coals? Do we rake him over the coals because he's wrong and stuff? Right. No, it's okay to be wrong.
Yeah.
Right. And I again, as a fan of Joni Mitchell's and as a fan of fucking Neil Young.
I don't give a
and
fuck
like,
about it either.
well,
their music could never exist again.
I would
don't
guess.
give a
I would
fuck.
guess. I would guess. And I think I'm almost right. They haven't listened to them. They didn't listen to those podcasts.
Oh,
They just heard clips.
Even if they
I'll
did.
back you on that.
Yeah,
I think
who
so.
cares? What else you got?
Well, the problem is there are a lot of people, right? It becomes this
no,
pile-on.
well, it becomes a cool thing to do.
Yes.
Like if
And
he does it
and
and
I
he's
fucking
musician.
can't stand that shit.
No,
I can't stand that shit.
they're all bitches.
So there is a rumor going around that Kanye West is telling anyone who will listen that Pete Davidson has AIDS.
Give it up.
What's fucking
Why is he doing that?
We don't know, but this is a rumor going around. Academics actually went on his stream and said that a few of his friends have heard from other people that Kanye is kind of going around spreading this rumor.
It sounds like a
So this is
rumor.
all alleged.
Sounds like a
They
rumor
don't have
about
AIDS.
Kanye.
He just has childish. It's just super childish.
just talking
behavior.
shit.
But
Is he
Kanye
'cause he has his
also last
girl?
week had a very weird situation where he came out and said he flew to go get a laptop with another sex tape of Ray J and Kim Kardashian from back in the day, that he showed it to Kim and she cried. But Ray J's team came out and said, "There's no such footage. Please leave me out of this.
Yeah,
I
Ray
just
J
want
was
to
like,
raise
Ray
my
J was like,
family."
I'm trying to be a good dad. I don't
Kim's
want to. He was like, I don't be
Kim's
tied back
team
into this.
also
Oh,
said
really?
that like this clip doesn't exist.
It sounds like
I don't
now
know what's
that
happening.
Kanye can't get Kim back, he's just releasing the fury.
Yeah.
Yeah, he
That's
seems
all.
like
He's
a
just-
very bitter
He sounds
ex.
he's hurt.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He's just hurt.
yeah.
He's
Yeah.
hurt.
Did he say
going
it
through
though?
it.
AIDS
Did he
though?
actually say it?
No, he did for sure.
Oh, he
yeah.
did?
Yeah.
They're saying that this is a
all
rumor
over.
going around.
Yeah. But I
LA
mean,
and
AIDS,
Hollywood.
Kanye? I mean, all the shit, AIDS?
But he says he didn't. So
Well, of course he said he didn't.
It's just a hurt man.
Yeah,
with
it's
a
hurt
lot of
man,
power.
very clearly.
Yeah.
yeah.
AIDS is so intense. I
know,
all the
yeah.
shit.
Of all things you could say.
So Tom Brady is retiring.
Sources say, but Tom hasn't said this.
I know. Is
Yeah,
he, though?
but there's so many news outlets coming out and saying that it's happening. What does that mean? Like in the
Until I hear
sports
from
world?
him, source said that Brady's decision to retire is based on several factors, including family and health. It's weird he'd retire because he led the league and possibly could win MVP, especially if they fuck over Aaron Rodgers for his COVID stance. Rodgers should win. But if they freaking give it to Tom Brady, the guy who led the league, I think, in yards and touchdowns, it's the first time he's ever a guy who led that's going to retire. Hasn't happened since like the 40s.
Wow.
He could definitely play again.
100%.
What if Rodgers went to Tampa Bay? It'd be hilarious.
I mean, but Brady still has it. I mean, like,
He's just been doing it
One
so
more year.
long, he might be over it.
Yeah,
You know, he might be over it.
I mean, he came back that 27-point deficit.
Nuts.
I mean, fuck.
I hope he doesn't retire, but I still get it. What did you get, Jen?
Already?
So there is a new Janet Jackson documentary that came
watched
out
it.
recently. I did not get a chance to watch it. I
Ooh,
hear
it's
very
good.
good
I
things
like
about it.
I loved it.
It's good.
Yep.
I'm not even Janet. I think she's whatever to me. It's good.
Oh, she's
Yeah, I
everything to
hear
me.
so many good things
love
about
it.
it.
Yeah, it's
good.
It's really good.
And
It's cool because you get to hear like her story. Like she was around her brothers who were fucking.
She was so
mega
young,
stars.
though.
She was so
They have
young.
video. It's like black and white, and she's so. And they go into their house they grew up in, and the brothers like show them like you
Yeah.
don't remember like Michael and the two other brothers slept in bunk bed up there. The other four slept in here. She's like 4 to a bed.
Yeah, she
and
didn't
3
even
up
remember. She
and
was
she's like,
too
God-
young.
He's like, you don't remember any of this? You remember she was tiny.
She was too young because when they had popped, like they had moved
She was
to
like
the house
3.
in Encino.
Encino, yeah.
Yeah. But it's dope to like hear her story. The brother that was telling that story,
on the plane,
that's the one
right?
on the plane.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to know what really went on with Dad, what he was like.
They talk about
all the
it,
brothers
so,
talk
like,
about him. He was like
So they say
It's
this.
not as
They
bad as you think.
He's not as bad as you think. They're like, they all say this. They're like, yeah, we were disciplined, but they were the most loving parents that they could
That's
have
what
ever
they said.
had.
And then all of, like Michael, Janet, all on record, been
They
like,
all
none of
bet-
us would have been shit without my dad's
Yep.
vision
There
and
you go.
discipline.
They all-
He's
they
like, the only
all
reason we
say
made
that.
it is because my dad.
There you go.
Yeah,
I mean,
because
he
there
did
is
great. The
there's a
Jackson
difference.
5
Like,
and the biggest music.
yeah, there's
family.
a difference. I think there's a difference. Yeah, if you just have a dad that just fucking disciplines you and beats you,
For no
then
reason.
it's like and no love with
Yeah, but he
that.
created some
But,
great
like,
music,
But he
man.
created like I mean, I'm not saying people should fucking hit their kids like that, but I mean
Right,
that was the
tight ship.
time. Whatever, blah blah blah. But like, I don't know. They back their parents.
Every
The
single
only one who went
100%.
bad on him was who? Was Latoya, right?
Yeah, Latoya went bad on him.
She
Latoya
went
did.
bad,
Oh yeah,
But
yeah.
she was such a mess anyway. And
I mean, yeah, of course. I mean,
But it's crazy that they have the, like video on there, like before they're famous, like all the brothers singing and dancing. And the mom said, because they were it was the summer and the husband walked in their dad walked in from work. She was like, "Hey, they're like playing the drum."
Tito was playing the guitar.
Yeah, the guitar, and they're like, "He can."
And Tito
play.
was not supposed to play that guitar.
He can't play, and he was like, "He can play," and then they're harmonizing. They're all singing. The dad's like, "Oh yeah, let me see it." And Tito started playing, and then Michael goes, "He's better than you, Dad," because the dad could play the guitar.
Yeah.
And
So
Tito,
dad was a musician.
yeah, well,
Dad was a musician.
But
Okay.
Tito started crying,
But he
'cause
wasn't
scared
like-
of his dad, because Michael goes, "He's better than you," and so he starts playing. He's crushing it. But then
Crushing
they're all
it.
harmonizing. Dad goes, "Oh, I think we got something here."
Yeah. But Michael Jackson was late because he was only going to have the 4. And then he heard Michael sing at a talent show. And he
Did
was
you
like,
ever see him when he was a kid? Like he was.
dude,
You gotta watch
they,
the
they,
documentary.
they have
Yeah, he's on
their
there.
audition footage for
The very first
Motown.
one for Motown.
Oh my God.
Michael goes off. He goes.
You know, that's where you
It
see a
doesn't
kid.
make
You know
sense.
that kid's touched
and
by
they get
God.
famous like, I mean, it was like overnight.
It is.
They were like, we moved to Encino. We got
Like
a
it
pool.
gives me chills like watching that audition because you're like, that's fucking Michael Jackson.
Yeah, it was
as a
dope.
kid, and he just fucking kills it.
Off the wall. I mean,
Dude.
fuck, that's my generation.
It was dope seeing how famous they got.
Yeah.
And then they would play the music so loud the neighbors would talk shit to them like, "You're never gonna be shit."
Yep.
Like,
yeah,
okay.
the
And then
neighbors
literally,
didn't believe in them.
A week later, they're like on the front
Yep.
of fucking Motown.
And yo,
That
and Gary,
music
and
still
Gary,
holds up.
Gary, Indiana, still hood.
It still holds up.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
But they have like a bit that mural was cool of them that they have there.
Do you know what? Do you know why?
Who owns the original house? Because they take
don't
Janet
know.
Jackson there, and obviously she lives in
It's
some
like-
fucking mansion Bel Air now. She's like, "Oh my God, this place is tiny." She's like, "We slept there," and he's like, 4 of us slept in that
Yeah,
bed.
yeah.
And he goes, and the other 3 brothers slept in that bed. It was a bunk bed, 4 and 3. And he goes, "And you slept on this couch as a baby."
And
She's
you
like,
said-
"What?"
and
And
you
she's like,
said-
"This place is tiny."
And you
Yeah, I
said,
think
you
it's
said
8 or
Gary,
9 of them.
Indiana still the hood.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So quick trivia question for everybody. Do you know why is it that places like in Gary, Indiana, why is there a kind of a black? Well, when you talk ghetto, why do we think
Milwaukee too.
Black? Why?
Milwaukee has one.
But why is there a quote unquote black ghetto in every city?
Well, we segregated certain areas for them.
It's called redlining.
Yeah, redlining
That's what we did
areas.
for a long
Yeah.
time. You couldn't get a loan
In LA, we
you
did-
couldn't buy a house in a white.
Yeah.
That's why Compton's that way.
Yep.
Like it was only certain areas they could buy.
You were zoned. A bank would not give you a loan. Isn't that crazy? And then you got a house in that shitty part where there was no resources.
Oh well, but anyways, back to this Justin Timberlake thing. I remember when that Super Bowl shit happened. I didn't think it was the craziest thing ever. I don't. For some reason, I don't remember people erupting that
It was
much
pretty
about
crazy.
It
was
was
pretty crazy. But I remember all the shit went towards Justin Timberlake. But I didn't get to
Yeah,
that
I
point.
remember that.
Janet Jackson said it's not his fault, right?
So
Yeah, she told him-
Janet came out in this documentary and basically spoke on the situation because
Yeah.
I think a newer generation of people now really go hard for Janet Jackson. They blame Justin Timberlake on a lot of things that happened in the past with the Britney stuff and then the Janet Jackson stuff. Janet actually went to set the record straight saying, we're actually really good friends. We talked about it. And he told me that he felt very guilty for not speaking out and kind of like taking a lot of the blame that was sent my way.
Yeah,
He felt
and
like
she
he
told
should
him-
have taken more responsibility. But she said to him, if I were you, I wouldn't have had said anything at all. I would have done the exact same thing. Please don't feel the need to say anything that you
Yeah.
don't want to.
Hopefully
Like
they
it's
back off
it's not your fault that
But I
this
have a
happened.
question. Why was it so controversial? It's just her tip.
That's what most people are saying.
But for
I
real-
think if it would have happened now,
Like in Europe,
I don't
in
think
Europe
it would
they would have
have.
laughed at you. They were like, on TV now. That's not.
Think about it. If it happened
it's
now,
not
do you think it would
sexualized.
still have the same reaction?
It's never been worse. Yeah.
Well, back in the day, they had really
now.
strict
Now
rules on
Oh, now
television.
you'd be. Oh, now.
Now Justin Timberlake wouldn't work.
Yeah,
he'd
now,
get canceled.
We're so puritanical.
You did that to a black woman. This
Yeah.
is racist.
Oh,
and he's like, wait, what?
We've become so crazy.
Yeah,
now.
he- it-
And
Oh,
all
I was
that-
thinking. I
and
wasn't
that'd be
thinking.
all-
I
that'd all
wasn't
be
thinking
from
in
white
that
people.
aspect. I was thinking because it's like women empowerment and like
No.
the breastfeeding
It'd be
and stuff
worse.
like that.
It'd be
Like
worse.
it's like yo, I can show my
now would
fucking
be
titty.
way
have a
worse.
lot
That's
of-
what I was.
There was
That's
no
what I was
cancel
thinking.
culture back then.
Oh, yeah, you
now Justin wouldn't be able to tour.
You'd have a lot of white liberals they'd be picketing
Furious.
outside. Oh, a lot of
Yeah.
those white
No,
liberals
you're- yeah,
from
that's fair.
colleges.
It's
A lot of
such a
academics.
shame.
Yeah.
It's a-
The highly educated, ooh, yeah, they'd be up in arms.
You know what else is dope?
They're
is
here to
that,
protect us.
What else
Yeah.
is good is that the Hugh Hefner documentary.
Oh, I haven't.
I
heard
didn't
about
start that one yet.
Oh, it's good.
Really?
It's good. It's dicey.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's
Sounds like
dicey.
it.
Chris D'Elia had the best joke on Kano's thing. He said, we were talking about it, and Chris D'Elia goes, Hugh Hefner was like this, because he has all those women stuff. And he goes, Hugh Hefner was like, they're doing what? The Me Too movement's coming? Really? He goes, he just passed away. He goes, wait, what are they trying to do? Oh, they're going after? Okay, get no. He goes, he just died right there.
Died.
He just died right there. I was
That's
laughing
fantastic.
so fucking
He
hard.
just died.
He's all. It's so true though. As soon as Me Too came out, Hugh Hefner,
Yeah, because he died. He died in 2017.
Yeah, he was like, I'm out.
Yeah, he died in
My-
2017.
But you listen to it and like, it's for sure some things he did was horrible. Then some you're like, come on, man. It's just, and then you have his best friend there who's like, hold up, Hef. He was a great guy. Like he gave all these people opportunity. And then you have some of the women who love Hef, some that hate him. Then you have like the lady who ran all the shit hates him now. So it's like all these conflicting things.
He's a
but then you
complicated character.
go back at the time when that was happening. It's just. It's
his-
just so interesting.
You
It's
know,
so
you know,
interesting.
my dad is now 81. It was my birthday, and he
Yeah.
goes 55. You know, you're not middle aged anymore, right? He goes, you know, you're not. You're early retirement. You know, you're old. And I go, I'm middle aged. He goes, no, you're not. Technically, you're not. So he's just grinning at me like that.
Middle age, yeah.
I go, I don't like this
110.
conversation. He goes, hey, I could die at any minute.
Yeah.
I could not wake up tomorrow.
Yeah.
81. I'm like,
Yeah,
Yo, so wait, I don't know if
How old
this
was
is
he?
true.
He was
but
90,
doesn't-
right?
Yeah.
His family doesn't own Playboy anymore, right?
No, they sold the rights,
The
yeah.
Hefners.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, nobody listened, but Playboy died with the internet.
There's a revamp of
No,
Playboy.
there's a
coming
revamp.
out,
big
yeah.
revamp.
Sort of, yeah, but it used
But
to be
God,
the
he had
shit.
money.
Because
My
right
God.
now,
you been
I know
to the-
Playboy does
one of
a
my
lot
friends
of
is on it.
merch.
Oh, yeah.
They do a
91.
OnlyFans type of situation, but theirs is called the Centerfold.
Yeah.
The subscription process. So they're kind of making a modern day revamp of Playboy.
But like that
He
Holly
lived a
Madison,
great
the
life.
Holly Madison comes. Remember, she was like his main chick from
Yeah.
remember the Girls Next Door that
Yeah.
blew them up. That was all Hef's idea. So he had the 3 girlfriends, and Holly was his main girlfriend. And she's talking about how it was like cult like, and she didn't want to do all this, and blah blah blah. Then they go to his best friend. You know, his best friend's like ride or die for him. He goes, "Oh, she's saying that. Interesting. You know, Hef always went like the girls he wanted. He went after, and you knew he did not go after her. She approached him, and she made him her boyfriend." She's like, that's how that. It was the first time in the history of Hef's entire love life. She's the one girl that sought him out, planted herself in, and made it work. Got fame,
surprise.
and now she's going bad on him. He goes, interesting.
What a surprise.
Well,
But you listen to the stories again.
'Cause
You
that's
know,
the narrative,
there's an
man.
agenda
That's
there.
the narrative.
But what I do like about it, you get both. You get his best friends and girls who love Hef, and then you get the girls who are like, it was cult, like we didn't want to do this.
Well, he was always, if you ever look at the stuff, and I don't know if it's in the documentary, but Hef was always a flashpoint for the feminist movement, the second wave feminist movement in the 70s. Like they were like, women shouldn't be dressed like bunnies. And back then there'd be debates. They engaged in debates and stuff about it.
Oh, you know what's
I
a
don't
really
know.
interesting show is on TLC. I think it's I forget her name's Shauna or something like that. She's 22 years old, but she's built like a 7-year-old girl. She's trapped in a 7-year-old's body,
geez.
but she's 22. Everything's perfect.
Is it Turner syndrome?
Nah, I don't know what
it's
it
the
is.
Gary Coleman thing.
Yeah, bring that up on TLC. 22-year-old woman traveling.
Yikes.
She had big eyes, pretty eyes, but she's 22 and now she's going on like dating apps, stuff like that.
Sure. and
Trapped
plenty
in
of
a little
But
pedophiles.
that's why I said to my girl, I was talking to Joanne last night. We were watching it. It's a fascinating show because she'll go to a bar and like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, you can't be in here. She'll show ID. They're like, you're 22. She's like, yes. And like people treat her like a kid, and she needs like technically because of her hot size and weight, she needs to be in a booster seat when she rides in cars. But she wants to be normal, so she just rides in the front seat. That's her right there. So she's like vaping and shit, but she looks like a kid.
Yeah.
But my thing is her sister was taking pictures of her to go on like Tinder or whatever.
Yeah.
I told my girl, I go, any guy that dates her is a pedophile, right?
I certainly couldn't. I just couldn't do
Well,
it.
no, of course you can't. I'm saying no, of course.
No, but
I'm
I mean,
not asking
technically
you.
she's
But I'm
22.
saying,
No, I'm saying, but she's
but let's say
22.
Christian was like, "Oh, I think she's hot." I'd be like, "Oh, well, you're into little kid."
Well, they're the same height.
I mean, that's her deal. That's the problem, right?
So what do you do for like love? And then she said this though. She goes,
Wow.
She goes, people ask me this all the time as far as my love life. Trust me, every box is checked.
Look at her vaping right there.
It's hilarious. She goes to a bar, sits down, and they're like, "What the fuck are you doing?"
That's
kid?"
That's fucking
astonishing.
crazy.
But
yeah.
like cerebral,
How tall
like
is she?
4'2". She's tiger size. She's 4.
So it is.
4'.
Yeah, I think that's the same thing Gary Coleman had.
Isn't that crazy?
It's nuts.
Who's gonna? But if to date her, you would have to be a
Well, I
pedophile.
mean, I was just thinking, like you could fall in love with her personality. You could be like, and then you're like,
What?
Is that right?
310?
Is that real?
That's right. Yeah, man.
Oh my
That's real.
god.
I mean,
And gets mistaken for an 8-year-old.
She has tattoos.
I mean, yeah, you're right, Bubba. I mean, what do you?
She's never been on a date ever?
No, she has. She had
Oh,
a
she goes on a
boyfriend.
date?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
really?
No. That's what she said. She's like, I've had like 6 boyfriends, I looked at my girl. Well, clearly, like those are pedophiles. Like I don't give a fuck how cool her personality is.
Yeah.
You got to
Because when you look at it, that's a kid.
yeah, no, physically,
Yeah, and you feel bad for her because she probably wants
look at her.
love, you know.
And she's not, she's a pretty human being.
Yeah,
Very cute. I mean, she's
Huge eyes.
She's adorable.
Huge eyes, like
Yeah.
a doll.
But she's adorable. She looks like a little girl. She looks like
But the bottom line is, you'd have to be a pedophile, right?
I think to get excited over
Like
something
when she said
that,
she had 6 boyfriends, I'm like, well, those are 6
who does
pedophiles. Let's go get them.
I mean,
let's go beat their asses, dog.
I mean, is it possible that it's a fetish? But pedophile fetish. Yeah,
That's the definition of pedophile.
If you're my boy and you show up with that,
I'd go, let me talk to her.
I
go,
got a
dude.
problem. Yeah,
And you like, she's 20. Like, stop that.
So then what does
but she 8-year-old body, bro.
I know, dude.
So what does she do? Date an 8-year-old?
Here's
No, that's illegal too.
Well, wait. Here's
No,
my
she
question.
dates
That's what I'm
another
saying,
person with that syndrome.
With that syndrome.
Another-
Okay, yeah.
you
Does
go
she
find out.
she has an 8-year-old body? Yeah, she has an 8. Does she have breasts? Does she have hips? Does she?
It's
know what
hard.
I mean?
It's hard to
Is she a
fucking.
mini woman?
Yeah.
And is she?
I don't think she's a
This
mini
poor
woman. She's
girl-
a
I
I
fucking
feel bad. It's a
8-year-old.
very interesting dilemma because I'm fucked up right now.
Yeah.
I told my girl, I'm like, what is she going to do?
Who? Yeah. Do they interview these ex-boyfriends at all?
No.
No?
Those pedophiles aren't on there. They're probably in
Yeah,
prison.
I just
Isn't it a tricky
It's very
one?
tough, man.
I feel bad for her.
Yeah, I feel so bad.
No,
for
no,
her.
I'm glad I remembered to bring it up. I was like, oh, that's a pedophile.
No, dude, it's such a tricky one that even if you're with okay,
No.
say they're dating, right? That's yeah, it's all you're talking about. It's all we're talking about at the wedding.
Oh,
It's all we're talking about at the party.
If Christian brought her in and then left, I'd be like, hey, Christian pedophile, yeah. Right? I know he's like barely taller, but that's an 8-year-old girl, man.
I mean,
Yeah, I mean,
She says so herself that she attracts a lot of freaks, assholes, and idiots.
well,
Obviously.
so
Or
the chemotherapy,
pedophile.
chemotherapy
So-
stunted her growth.
yeah.
Oh,
she had
so
cancer?
she had cancer?
She had brain cancer.
Oh, I didn't know
wow.
that.
And the chemotherapy stunted in her brain, stunted the growth for the body.
So,
Oh, wow.
so
How old was she when she had cancer?
Kid.
A
young
kid.
kid.
Okay.
she's maybe a rare form of brain cancer.
She was super young.
Yeah, I'm having a dilemma.
It's a
here.
good show, though. It's a quality show.
But that's a dilemma.
That's a tough one.
I mean, that's a dilemma.
What do you feel about the guys dating dwarf girls then?
That's fine.
But they're still tiny and
No,
Nah, they don't.
it's
But
just
they
different,
don't.
though.
They don't look. They don't
But
look
they-
like 8-year-olds.
Yeah.
Like there's
the
a
face
there's
is
a
the main
dwarf on
thing.
TLC. There's a small person on TLC, and she has regular sized titties, regular sized head. They have the blood asses like they all do. But then little hands.
Yeah.
Like Peter Dinklage, he looks like a fully grown man, except for he happens to
Exactly.
be
They
dwarf.
look like
Yeah.
this
This girl
They're
does look like
just
a little girl.
miniature. Yeah.
This does look like a young.
She looks like
They
a
sort of are. They have
8-year-old
very
kid.
short legs, very short hands.
But I'm saying it's just a person that's like in one of those mirrors that you at the. They're small.
What if these guys are trying to be nice and do the right thing?
All right, let me see dwarf. So dwarves, and so those are dwarf girls. There are people that are.
See, go to the far right chin, the
proportion.
girl in the jeans.
Yeah.
Like if Christian came with her, I'm like, yeah, that's a grown woman.
Yeah. Yes.
Like that's it. Like,
I like how we keep throwing
like
it at
no one's
Chris.
going to confuse that for an 8-year-old.
Right.
No.
That Shauna girl, she
She's
unfortunately
straight up kid.
she's
What about
just a
this
kid.
one?
No, that's a grown woman.
No,
dude.
yeah, you
Look at
can-
those thighs.
I mean, yeah, she had boobs too.
yeah.
Yeah, but does TLC gal have? She may have.
No, physically, she said 8-year-old. Whatever
So
that
her
means.
body's 8. Yeah, no.
That's what she said.
That's tough.
It's definitely weird.
That's
What was the
tricky
other one? It was Gary Coleman and Webster.
Webster, he looked like a little kid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, he has
Vern
still does.
Troyer.
Who was?
Vern Troyer.
No, he
Vern-
didn't have that syndrome.
Oh,
Vin
he's-
Troyer was actual
he's
small
just-
person.
Oh, he was just.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, Webster had whatever she has.
Emmanuel Lewis.
Like
that's
she
his
could
name.
find Webster though
Yeah.
if he was alive.
He always looked.
He's alive.
Yeah.
Gary Coleman
Is he
passed.
still alive?
No, he passed.
No,
No,
Gary
this
Coleman
guy-
passed.
I think
But he's alive.
Is he? Are you sure?
Webster
Yeah.
passed. No,
he
Webster's
didn't.
dead.
I'm almost
Bruh, look at
positive.
it. How much?
Webster's
I'm
dead.
I put it. Look.
Oh my God, he's 50 years old.
50 years old, bro.
He's alive. I totally thought he passed away. too.
No, Gary Coleman did.
No, I knew Gary Coleman passed
Oh.
away, but
What is
I
he-
thought
Gary
he was
Coleman
one of
fell
those-
off a ladder or something
What
like
does
that.
he do now?
Yeah.
ladder or like a real ladder?
Huh? What?
Step ladder or a real ladder?
I think like a real ladder.
What does he do now?
Webster?
Yeah.
Emmanuel Lewis.
But like she could find a Webster that's 22 and date him, right?
yeah.
That might be a go-to. Like, is there again? Short
I'm sure there's
Kings
a community
dating
for that.
site. Yeah,
Yeah. There's gotta be a.
he's
community.
taller than her too. He's 4'3".
Who? Webster?
He's 50 now, which we can't have that.
Yeah, 50 and 20.
She has a tough life. Yeah.
It's a tough gig.
That's a very tough game.
That show's so interesting. Her trying to do just regular shit. Like she'll be at a park
world's not
vaping and
made
stuff.
for
People
her.
are like, "What the fuck?"
Yeah, there's height privilege. Isn't
Do
there?
drugs.
She's
and
just
shit.
flipping people off like,
Fantastic.
fuck you.
Yeah, it's crazy. That's why she has all those tats.
The world is not made for you if you are really small like that.
That's mean.
I don't know, man.
You don't know what? Yeah.
Yeah, that's a tough.
Isn't it interesting?
Yeah.
I told my girl, I'm like, those are all pedophiles. Like, case closed. I don't even
Yeah.
48 hours.
That's this guy. That's somebody who could make.
But if you are a pedophile,
I
but here's
would-
my thing, B. If you are a pedophile, wouldn't that
Yes.
stop the urge? Where if you're with, she's 22 but looks like a kid, so you're not going to actually molest a kid?
Yes. That would be.
It's
that
so
would
dark.
Be, this is.
And then does she want to be with an actual
so
pedophile?
That's what's so dark is like that's what's so dark is like there are. I would imagine if you were a pedophile, that would be. You could legally.
100%. You're not going to arrest her for that. She's
Fucking
22.
crazy.
Nightmare.
It's a weird conversation. to
Weird
even have.
conversation.
You know what I was thinking?
I'm
I was
so
like,
glad I remembered.
She would make $1 million a day on her OnlyFans because if you want to catch pedophiles, set up an OnlyFans for her. But you're not going to be able to catch them because they're not
they're not doing anything illegal 'cause she's 22.
She'd make $1 million a day because there are probably that many fucking pedophiles
Agree, huh?
worldwide.
That would be like, yeah, what that look like?
That's what's so fucked up. It's like you could make. Yeah, I mean it's crazy. It's an uncomfortable conversation.
Very uncomfortable.
I'm having a hard
But
time
you've
talking
asked
about
some
it.
very valid questions where you're
I'm having
like,
a
what?
hard time talking.
That's all I could think about last night. I'm like, oh, I'm going to bring this up on the show tomorrow.
You got to bring it up.
Because my girl didn't give me much. I went, they're pedophiles, right? She went, yep.
Yep.
I went,
Yeah.
no doubt. I'm
Now,
bringing this up on the show tomorrow.
now, what if you are around that person and they have a personality that's so infectious, and
Cool.
then you
Cool.
fall in love?
Cool. Still an 8-year-old body, dude.
Still in it, you still
It's still it's an 8-year-old body.
I'm still not going to be attracted to that because I like a woman. So that's like
Exactly.
So
yeah.
for the person to want to get
but,
with that,
but for those ugly people that say looks isn't everything, all right.
I don't know, man. I believe that if you are not a pedophile, that is not something you can get with.
Unless you just connect on a cerebral level.
That's
and
a
just
fucking
dig-
tough
Let me
one.
bring her up.
I gotta.
again.
I'm
Bring her up again, 'cause
gonna
I
watch
think
this
she
show.
has- I think
it's
she has-
fucking crazy.
Bring her up again because I think she's got muscle tone and she's got curves, so she might be.
No.
She does have bigger legs, though.
Is that her dad? Is
calves
that
are
her
big.
dad?
That's her stepdad.
Oh, okay.
I don't know where the real dad is.
Okay,
But look at her legs. Like she has bigger calves and shit.
yeah.
I can't tell.
Is that her friend?
That's her sister. She has 2
Oh.
sisters.
She's fucking.
Look at her drinking a beer right there. Hilarious.
Oh, to the left.
Well, one. beer
She's all
is-
smoking in the other one. It's hilarious.
Kill me.
What?
The tattoos kill me. You think you see like a little 8-year-old with a sleeve?
Who's the black dude?
Oh, she has a sleeve.
I don't know.
She had like a forearm tat. Looked like.
Guys used me, so I got help from a matchmaker, and I was.
Oh, he's a
stunned
matchmaker.
with who she set me up with. That's the guy I set her up with.
Well,
Oh no, he's a matchmaker.
Yep, Shody want a thug.
I know, right?
All
He got that Crenshaw shirt on.
Shody want a thug.
Wait, is he the matchmaker?
No, I
or
don't think
he's
so.
the guy who
No,
got
he's the
set up?
matchmaker.
No, no.
No, that might be that's the guy.
He's
he
like
set up
his.
with.
That's the
He's like
date?
his.
No, that's not. No, he's not
Who
the
she
matchmaker.
set
not
me
Hitch?
up with? It's a she. The matchmaker is a she.
Oh.
Yeah, she set him up
She
with.
said her, and he was just like, "Yeah, I'll sit down with her."
Well, I got a question.
you wouldn't get me to sit down with.
Oh yeah, right.
Are you fucking
couldn't
kidding me?
fucking-
Are you?
Love
I
at
mean,
first
just
sight.
being on that show as
at
the
first
date
sight.
is already a liability.
But if you look at her in the background of this photo, it seems like she really likes him.
Oh, look
just
at-
seems
just
like
gazing
she's,
at him.
You know
Yeah.
what? He's a good-looking guy.
Very good looking man.
There's no reason why she wouldn't like him. It's just fucking hard.
But
to
I
be
get what
her.
you're saying. To be attracted to that, you pedophile.
It's fucking hard to be her.
She was changing clothes for her Tinder profile, and she's like putting on like, like sexual tone like dresses and stuff like
Much
that.
more like mature.
And the
Dude,
sister's like,
it's-
please don't
it's-
wear that.
it's-
She's like,
it's-
what the fuck am I going for?
Dude,
here?
it's the way it's like committing the worst crime I can think of legally. Is that fair?
Yeah,
Yeah.
That's where this is a tough one.
Is that
'Cause
fair,
but
though? I mean-
is it fair to her not to have love? Like,
No,
it's
it's
fucked
not
up.
fair to her.
Oh, she
That's-
does. Oh, she really got them
sucks.
tattoos.
Yeah,
It's not fair to her. It sucks.
But her
She should
tattoos
just
are
get
very
sleeved
kid-like.
up. Yeah, I know.
Look at her tattoos.
Oh, she was talking about clothes. She's like, clothes are the fucking worst because now kids' clothes have like, a skull with googly eyes on her, elephant. She's like, it's impossible to find clothes.
Oh, got it.
She's so adorable. I mean,
You're about to say cute?
well, look at her eyes. She's
You know you fucked up, right?
She's adorable. She
See, I
looks like a
got
little
you.
girl.
I got you. And this was
But
why I
you
brought this
said-
up. I got
you
you.
said-
See, I got you to break.
My fucking God.
Isn't that crazy?
I don't know.
It's funny. It's funny
You know what
watching
I
her
feel? I
vape.
feel-
But look at her
I feel
arms.
bad
Like,
for
look,
her.
she's kind of like muscular, like
Yeah.
built.
I feel bad for her, man.
I know. Yeah. Yeah. You just feel
I think
bad.
it's a tough fucking life. But by the way, right there, she looks way more like a woman. She's got muscular arms. You're right. She looks like a very short woman. There. Is that fair?
Tiger has the same build, dude.
I can't even feel like I know it's like you want to click just to see what
You're
the
try-
bikini
yeah,
on,
you're
but you
try-
don't want to
you're
click
trying
on
to
it. I
find,
don't want to
yeah.
click on it.
Well, no. I mean, you know what I'm thinking about is like how lonely this is for a human being like that.
She has,
Oh, she has plenty of
Lonely.
guys though, right? That like her.
I don't
She's
know.
had six. She's had six
Pedophiles,
boyfriends.
Chip.
I mean, that's what I'm saying, but she has plenty.
And by the
she's
way,
not lonely, but
by the way,
sex.
picking guys, the wrong guys. Well, yeah, probably the guys. You know,
It's a nightmare.
it's
Nightmare.
Yeah.
If you're a parent, your the anxiety's through the roof.
I don't even want to ask the question. Never mind.
Well, by the way, they always had that expression: "You're as happy as your least happy kid." You know, I mean, fuck
She doesn't seem unhappy, but you know, it's gonna be when she's like 40 and single, it's gonna fucking suck, man.
Yeah.
You gotta find another small person.
you don't want your kids lonely.
No.
It doesn't seem like she's attracted to small people though. If she's really
That's like the
Well,
kids-
because her
that's like the
mind is
kids
probably
on-
like.
her
Yeah,
mind.
yeah.
Well, no, but small people have the small person have don't mind too, though.
That's what I'm saying.
But it's like the people on Love on the Spectrum. They don't want to be with people with autism. They want regular people. It's heartbreaking. They're like, I don't want another fucking person with autism. I want a regular person.
That's what I'm saying. With
It's
her,
tough.
yeah, she
Yeah.
probably wants like.
And the matchmaker set up with
that
that
big
big,
black
yeah.
I know that big dude. I'm like, yo. That's what I was like. I don't want to ask the question.
I held my jokes.
but
too.
I was like,
I'm gonna.
I didn't
hold
want to
these
ask the
jokes.
question.
I don't
I'm
know
like,
jokes.
dog.
That's a personal question.
This is a personal fucking question.
There was that fucking Mary Shelley in Frankenstein when the fucking monster he's wandering alone, and he looks at the scientist who created him, Dr. Frankenstein, and he goes, even Satan had companions. I am alone. He was like, even a monster. I mean, you forgot to make me a fucking companion. I'm a fucking,
calling
I'm a
her a
machine.
monster?
Huh?
calling her a monster?
No, dude. No, I'm using a literary reference.
Christ.
I'm using
You're
a
off
literary,
today, dude.
I'm using a literary reference.
You know, if you would have
Well,
did, if you would have
me,
did the Tough Mudder, you wouldn't have
you
these
guys
feelings.
bullied me for putting my infant first.
Well,
and I knew I was going to
it's such
take
a
shit.
bullshit.
Hey, we didn't bully you.
Dude.
It's not a bullshit
You called her
excuse.
Frankenstein.
I
and then you
didn't.
said she was cute.
Yeah, you called her a monster.
Go on, Chin. I just, you know you fucked up, right? You know you fucked up.
I'm all fucked up today.
Yeah. You called her a monster, and then you said she was
No,
cute.
you're putting
at the
words
same
in my,
time.
You're putting
That's
words in my
exactly-
mouth. She had big eyes. I thought she was very
I
cute.
told you she had
looked
big eyes like a doll.
Looked like an
they're so
adorable
big.
child.
All right, we'll move on.
God, that was uncomfortable.
It's a dicey one.
Fuck, dude.
So fascinating.
It's a dicey one. Speaking of small people.
Speaking of small people.
What a
dwarfs.
transition, huh?
So it's Peter
no one's going to
Dinklage.
confuse him for an 8-year-old.
No,
He's so
definitely.
funny.
But when he was
Goatee.
younger, who knows? I don't know how he looked when he was younger.
He's like, they're going to make a Snow White. They're
Let
going to
me
have
see.
Snow
What is
White.
this?
So there's
can see
a
the
Snow
title.
White remake,
So funny.
Yep.
and they casted the lead. I guess she's a Latina, right?
Yeah.
That's one thing. And then I guess with the seven dwarves live in the cave together. So
But
he was on.
He was joking about
Are the
it.
seven
I don't know if he.
dwarves-
I don't know what the
he was
stance was.
joking. I listened to it.
Are the 7 dwarves regular size?
No. He said this was the joke. He goes like this. He goes, they have Snow White and her skin is so white, it's white like snow. But they cast a Latina woman in it, and he said it's great. You know, she's Latin, and it's like, all right, that was good. You guys are nice and woke now. You got a Latin. But
they left the dwarfs.
He goes. But then you got 7
that makes way
dwarves
more sense
that
then.
live in a cave. Have I done nothing to move my people forward? Like Peter Dinklage is just a silly goose.
He was being funny.
Yes, he's
Wow,
funny
that's
as
a great
fuck.
example of just reading
Because
the
I don't know
entire
which studio
article.
that
Yeah.
is, but they were so proud of all love and respect to the actress and all the people that thought they were doing the right thing. But I'm just like, what are you doing?
Yeah, but that's such bullshit. That is taking it so out of context.
That's
He's
interesting.
a
though.
silly goose. He was joking. Well, Mark Maron was laughing his ass off.
My thing is they need to leave Snow White as Snow White. Hey Disney, come up with some original shit and write a new story for a Latin one.
There you
You don't need to
I don't know why they
rewrite
don't
Snow
do
White.
that.
Oh, because they want to be woke and Snow White and Cinderella are different ethnicities.
That's cool.
Well,
but
just
that's,
rewrite an original story.
Yeah, that's cool. That's,
M&M.
yeah.
M&M's. They decided to make their candies more inclusive. Do you know that?
They're
M&M's.
chocolate.
But it's also a
Bubba.
cartoon. Who
No,
cares?
hold on.
The sexy
Oh.
What are you talking about?
It's a
getting rid of-
cartoon.
they're making her nerdy now.
Oh yeah, look it up. Look it up. They didn't want to be
No.
in high heels because it's a little too feminine. And the
What about the red and
the red one
yellow
who was a
one?
bully? They were like, he's more inclusive now. Oh yeah, dude. It's called corporate citizenship. It's good citizenship, good corporate citizenship.
My kids love M&M's.
I know, but they're making the world just more inclusive by changing their
Make it
thing.
more relatable. They're fucking
inclusive
chocolate.
and inclusive. Has come around the
I didn't realize people were paying attention to those
Is there
fucking
skin in
characters that
way?
much.
Bite into the
This is
neck.
just marketing for M&M. When's the last time
Yeah,
we
like
talked
the
about
Mr.
M&M?
Potato Head
Mr.
thing.
Potato,
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right.
This is M&M. Be like, hey man, we gotta do something to get us in.
Listen, I only want like one style of M&M's. It's the peanut butter.
Well,
ones.
they're doing it.
right? My man.
There's this whole
might as well
thing.
get
It's
Reese's.
called you have to be a good corporate citizen, and so that's why you see banks that are advertising with a trans woman. They do all this weird shit now because they have to check a box now. That there's a whole thing. It's all this equity.
Of course, you went on CNN to talk about it. Yep. All right, what else
Yeah, I
you
don't
got?
really. give a
She's
fuck
not
about
bossy,
M&M's
just
that
the
much.
boss. We can't have a bossy boss.
Oh, I even hate that they're breaking it down to explain.
But you know what?
Ugh.
This is so good for comics. This is so good for us.
Ugh.
Because at the end of the day, we have so much to make fun of.
Yeah.
And it just creates a whole great backlash.
Yeah.
You watch.
All right, so about a week or so ago, there's a story in Ireland where two guys. Well, one guy came into the bank to ask for a pension for someone who
This
could
is
make
awesome.
it. So then they said no, the guy has to be here in person. So then he came with another guy, and then the guy that was 60 years old apparently was dead. They propped him up and took him to the bank to get the pension for that guy.
Like Weekend at Bernie's.
Weekend at Bernie's, exactly.
It's awesome.
So then, so the tellers are like, no, we can't. He obviously looks like he's dead, whatever. So then they left. There's an investigation, and apparently there's an update to it. Apparently the guy that was initially trying to get the pension was his like cousin or something like that. It was some sort of relative. And then he said he was not dead. He was just very weak and whatever. But he died a little bit afterwards. So they're still investigating this.
Well, there you
Uncle,
go.
that was his uncle.
I love it.
I wasn't trying to rob him. Yeah.
I'm not in Egypt.
That's the funny part too. I'm not in Egypt.
What's in Egypt?
Why would I want to rob my uncle?
Idiot.
I'm 40 years of age. I'm not a
Idiot.
child. I'm not a young
Yeah,
fellow. I'm not an idiot to walk into Hosie's with a dead man and collect his money.
Am I
I'm a-
cuckoo? Am
am
I
I-
cuckoo? I'm not. All right. Well, all right, dude.
only
I mean,
cuckoo
just,
people say that.
Yeah, just own it. Own
Yeah.
the fact that you walked in with a dead person. It's hilarious.
That's funny. What else you got, Jen?
All right. Someone actually won a Mega Millions prize with the Chinese fortune cookie. You know, we always try that when you're younger. Use the numbers and the
They
Chinese
throw those
fortune cookie.
fucking numbers out. Yeah.
Someone actually won
wow.
$4 million in North Carolina.
Goddamn.
Oh, someone in Woodland Hills recently won the Mega Millions.
No, the
Woodland
Powerball.
Hills?
Yeah.
Woodland
Woodland
Hills.
They got
Yeah.
a lump sum of I think 204 million.
Damn.
What?
It was a quick pick too.
After taxes, what is it?
204.
100 mil at least.
Because the actual amount was like 400 something million, so they're taking home 204 million.
So you can decide if you want to take the lump sum of 200 million after taxes,
or you get more in payments.
or you can get more over the years in payments. The smart thing to do is payments, but
Yeah. That's a
Oh, so they give you like a monthly payment.
or I think it's every year you get like whatever 20 million.
That's insane.
That's
But if
that's,
you got the 200 million, just invest it right, you'd be set.
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, but you could.
I would take the
Well,
payments.
all of them fuck up. Excuse me, sir. All of them fuck up.
yeah, isn't there a show about
It was
where
on-
are they after?
Yeah, it was on like
No one
MTV.
does well. Yeah, they none of them because
Most of them get sued after.
they go from making $40,000 a year to 400 million.
Yeah, exactly.
And then all their friends and
Lot of
family find
gambling
out.
debts, too.
The smart people make sure that their name doesn't get announced because they want friends and family to know.
There are different rules depending on what state you win in, apparently. Like in California, I read, we were doing an article about someone who won who showed up in like a Scream mask. I think that was in the Bahamas.
Oh, yeah, I remember that,
Here
too.
in California, apparently, you need to have your name published.
Really?
Yeah,
I would just
so
lie
a lot
like
of
that
people
ain't me,
will
man. I
like
wish.
set up a trust or a company and have a lawyer go on behalf of that
Before
trust.
it gets announced.
Yeah, before it gets announced. Because when you claim it, then they publish your name.
I would just
Oh, this
lie.
is
I'd be
host
like, that
for
ain't
that.
me, man. That's a different Brendan, dog.
That's a different Brendan Shaw.
I'm like, matter of fact, can I borrow money from you? I'm just playing, man. I'll talk to you later.
That's the best way to do it.
Yeah. Oh, you don't want people finding out.
Be like, no, it was a mistake. I didn't get it.
How many people you think email or DM Elon Musk and Jeff Bezos for money?
Oh my
Oh,
god.
gosh.
Oh.
Insane.
Oh my god. Yeah.
What else?
My
you got,
buddy
Jen?
gets, I think, 20 requests a day from people, legit requests, like
bet.
with stories.
Yeah.
You know?
From strangers?
Yeah, but also like
People know you have money.
also like businesses and charities. I mean,
Yeah.
like crazy.
Got it.
Oh, I get DMs.
Dude,
from fucking people
I'm sure everyone here
asking me
does
for
get the
money.
same thing too, especially GoFundMe's.
Yeah,
I get tons of
people who
GoFundMes.
want money for this, that, and the other thing. I've done
It's
it.
tough.
I've fallen for it, and then
You falling
they
for it?
always
Yeah.
come back. I just want to see. I did these little experiments. Gave somebody $100 because they needed something, and then they kept coming back.
That's
and I was
terrible.
like,
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
So interesting. I was like,
Sucks.
oh.
Is that it, Jen?
We want just one more?
Yeah, you had some interesting ones. Can I just see the headlines to them, just real quick? Because you had.
All right, what was that?
Just give me
Joe
one more.
Rogan. Okay, let me just end on this and we'll check it out on Wednesday then, bro.
Yeah.
All right.
This I thought was hilarious. So James Blunt, you remember he was comical about Adele?
Yeah.
Like releasing this album the
yeah,
same day.
yeah.
So this is what he said about Joe Rogan on Spotify.
He's great.
He's so funny.
Oh my God.
Turns to release new music on
He's
Spotify. to
so
protest.
fucking funny.
James Blunt is.
You're beautiful. You're beautiful. Yeah.
Spotify doesn't immediately remove Joe Rogan. I will release new music on the platform.
You were beautiful.
You
He's
were
so
beautiful.
Oh man.
That's funny.
He's good.
He's very funny.
If this doesn't work, nothing will. Oh man.
right.
He did win the internet. He won.
He's crushing it.
Great.
This Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Atlanta, Georgia.
Here we go, baby.
I know, we're back on the road,
I know,
dog. Let's
been a
do it.
minute.
Dirty South, Atlanta, Georgia. You're up this Thursday, Friday, Saturday. It's February 3rd through the 5th. Next Wednesday is Shab and Friends, 8 p.m., one show only. You know, we got some monsters there at the Hollywood Improv. That's 8 p.m. Next Wednesday, I think that is the 8th of February.
That was the 9th.
And it might, yeah, probably the 9th. It's February 9th, Hollywood Improv, one show only, 8 p.m., Shab and Friends. And then Sacramento, California, February 24th through 26th. Then just announced one of my faves, Nashville, Tennessee is March 10th through the 12th. Chicago's end of March. Get your tickets at fatkz.com or thickboy.com. Food truck for Francis Ngannou drops Wednesday morning. The very special food truck is available only on Thick Boy. And it's with Francis Ngannou, and that drops Wednesday as well, only on Thick Boy.
You're not touring at all, Brian, right?
Well, no, I'm going to be in the 17th. I'm in San Diego at the American Comedy Club.
Oh, because you're taking February off. That's weird.
17th of
There you go.
February. Fuck
There you go.
off.
I know.
And then-
It's so funny. I
you
wanted
told
to
him
say
earlier you're
earlier.
taking it
I was
off.
like, yo, February 19th, you're going somewhere.
But I'm in. I'll be there for the night, so it's fine. And then February 19th, I'll be in Vegas.
There you go. Oh, that's not
which-
touring. That
which
doesn't
is-
count.
Yeah, but I'm
Planes and I know.
I know, but I'm away.
not-
Oh, and then
I'm
Shab-
away,
Shab and Friends.
to come back the same day.
then
I'm
Shab
telling you
and
what
Friends.
the doctor said.
No,
By the
sure.
way, let's get this fucking straight. Let's get this straight, you motherfuckers.
This I know we got you when you get
No,
this
but
upset.
seriously, like, don't tell me that this wasn't. I'm not going to argue with a pediatrician who tells me that I'm going to put my preemie
No, we
in
don't
danger.
care.
I know,
dude.
but I just want to make sure.
But no, but you. But here's the.
You're acting like I
no.
made
You're
this
mad
excuse.
because you told me you had no dates, and now you're doing dates. So when I call you out, you can't get mad. It's a joke.
No, Bubba, I know, but I just needed 4 weeks. That's what the doctor said. All right.
But you're going on tour.
What's that?
You're on tour.
He'll be older than that by that time. He'll be
more
He'll be
weeks.
6 weeks.
Okay, but you're on tour January 27th.
Yeah, I did do that. That was.
You see why I give you shit.
I found out about that
Sure,
night.
sure.
I texted you about it. Remember? I'll show you the text.
Fans knew that you were going to be there.
No, I said to him, I said, I just got back from fucking performing.
Here's the
Oh,
thing.
okay, I get what you're saying, I get what you're saying.
You called me. You called me on Thursday at
but
3
that
p.m.
night-
that night you went to the show.
Right, and I said, I talked to my girl, and I go, I was
No, you
with
called
a
me
bunch of
that
people.
before the show.
Yes, but I said, but it didn't dawn on me until
Oh, gotcha.
I talked to my
Yeah,
girl who
it's
said
good.
it's
No, I'm
the
with
same
you.
thing. Anyway.
I'm with
But I agree that it was
Yeah.
that.
No, I mean,
Las Vegas, February 19th.
it's
February
ridiculous.
19th. My kid will be.
How hilarious
I
is it?
fucking love you.
How hilarious is it?
I don't know what you're talking about. The Virgin Amusements with Sam Tripoli. The factor was the mud. There won't be mud there.
Yes.
I fucking love
Yes.
With blood and
No
sweat.
mud.
And apparently that
And
was
by
the problem.
February 9th, his
Apple-
immune
Oh, yeah,
system.
February 9th,
By
Shaman
February
Friends.
19th is
But there's
he
not,
will
won't be
better.
crawling in mud.
Yes.
Appleton, Wisconsin, Skyline
Yep.
Comedy Club, March 3rd, 4th,
Oh,
5th,
gosh.
you
There you go.
fucking pieces of shit. Louisville, Kentucky, Louisville Comedy Club, March 17th through 18th, Miami, Florida, Miami Improv, March 25th, 27th.
And none of those clubs better have mud or you're
And
not
they-
coming.
they-
You'll cancel the night before.
I will.
You will cancel the
If I
night
have to
before.
crawl through
If
mud
there's any mud
And sweat.
you will cancel
and
the night
blood.
before.
The mud was the issue.
Yep.
February
Not
25th.
thousands of people. It makes
February-
so much sense. It's science.
February 25th and 26th, I'll be in Kansas City at the Comedy Club of Kansas City. March 10th through the 12th, I'll be in Springfield, Missouri at the Blue Room Comedy Club. And April 8th through April 9th, I'll be at Salt Lake City, Utah at Wise Guys Comedy Club.
All right, kids. Love you. We're out.
All right.